That's weird. Why does my YouTube say that there was a login from a place called Leo on? What even does that mean? Hi guys. It seems like I don't know, something weird must have happened to my channel. I planned to stream Kenosha earlier, but for some weird reason, I just blacked out, and then when I woke up, a stream had been done, but I don't remember doing it, and there's a weird login. I think someone may have, like, hacked my channel. That's crazy. Where's the previous streamer? Yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't know why it still has a chat from previous stream on, but yeah, I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. Hi, Omni. I hope you had a good time with the previous streamer, whoever it was. I hope you had a good time. Yeah, back to regularly scheduled pieces streaming, I guess. Playing the letter. I really hope we get to finish it this time. Hello there, Visa. Nice to finally see you today. Yeah, hello. Anyways, playing the letter. I just want to finish this game today. Like, unironically, if I do not finish this game today, I'm just gonna stop playing it. Like, there comes a point where you've just had enough of this game. Like, the letter is very funny, but oh my god, I just want it to be over. I just want it to be over. I just want to get the good ending, so we get like the lore, and then I want to go see their deaths, and that's all I ask for. We're not gonna bother with anything else. I'm not gonna 100% it. I just want it to be over with. At some point, you've just had enough of a game, and I feel like I'm reaching that spot with the letter right now. I feel like both me and my audience have had enough of it. So this will be the last one, 100%. It was already meant to not have ended the last time, but you know, that went on way too long. This will 100% be the last one. I'm not doing this again. The first thing I wanted to say was I tuned into the Kenosha stream on so I still remember that down chair. I wanted to say first thing I tuned into the Kenosha stream was I still remember that down chair. I hope you know what that means. I wanted to say it was... Oh, this is because of the oh, the badly drawn chair in the ladder. Oh, the AI looking background. Now I remember. I completely forgot. This game is just becoming a blur in my mind. But yeah, no, the perspective. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, let's just start with it, shall we? Let's get this over with. Actually, I don't even have my chat open. I'm being a silly bad streamer. Let me do that. I'm so mad I remember it more than the ringtone. The ringtone is so bad, but like, it's probably because I warned you about the ringtone and I did not warn you about the chair. I feel like if I didn't warn you about the ringtone, it would have been infinitely worse. Like, imagine the live reaction we had when we were like, what the fuck is that? Like, I feel like that saved you a little bit. Let me open my chat and not be a bad streamer. Oh, there we go. Also, I think my someone unsubscribed to me. Unironically, someone unsubscribed to me since before I started the Kenosha stream. Guys, so I think the shamming gaming may have been pushed someone to unsubscribe to me. And you know what? I cannot even blame them. I cannot even blame them. That is so fair. That is literally so fair. Wow, I know, right? That's wow. Oh well, it is what it is. I hope whatever hacker hacked me, which was definitely not shamming, I hope they're happy now. Okay, let's do this game. I'm actually surprised he is popular though with how classy he is. No, I kinda like. I said this when I first saw the voice actors for the anime. I think the voice actor, first of all, makes a huge difference because like my voice for it is terrible. But I think like Xiaoming with actually like a nice voice acting would already make a huge difference. Like sometimes a voice truly can be the difference between riz and sexual harassment. And also, like you already said, don't underestimate the lovers of pathetic men. They are a strong force. I'm sarcastic being sorry for the bait again. No, I know. I know you're baiting. Right, we were doing this. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it's dangerous is like less condescending, but at the same time, she knows that already.
Get it, Belle. You're not going back to that mansion.
Yeah, like, she knows it's dangerous. We don't have to be the one to tell her that.
I can't let you do that, Belle.
Yeah. I mean, they're already maxed out, but you know, it doesn't hurt. As much as I am memeing, I don't hate him. I believe it's very interesting. Not my preface though, since I'm not into pathetic men. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Ash, the people living in that place now. They were with me during the open house. They have to know. They're in as much trouble as we are.
I know, but it's risky. It's dangerous. We don't know what you might find in there. Or if you'll even find anything.
To be fair, it didn't come from literally nowhere. I have friends that literally said that about him, how much they like him because he's pathetic. No, I would 100% believe it. I would 100% believe it because I myself am guilty of that very argument. Like, I really do need to do a freaking Danganronpa playthrough on this channel. Like, the second you see me playing Danganronpa 2 and trying desperately to defend one of the characters who is like the peak of pathetic, and the only reason I defend that character is because I think him being pathetic is funny as hell. Like, it will be over for me. There will be no doubt about my freaking my liking for pathetic men. Like it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I'm just kinda lucky that it hasn't come up much until now. But yeah, no, I myself am very guilty of that. Yeah, let's focus on the good ending. Cherry doesn't exist.
What if you see her again? What if she goes after you? What are you going to do? For all we know, it might be a dead end. It's not worth it. To put...
Oops, I skipped a voice line. I'm so not locked in. She offers no response, not even a form of resistance, no further argument like I've come to expect from her. Uncharacteristic. Just a silence that stretches far too thin, till the air in the whole room grows heavy. In front of her hands take still curled up. It's like she's holding onto everything she wishes to say, but can't. I like to think that yes, to some extent, she understands. Even if she does not entirely agree with me, the dilemma is clear in here. Otherwise, her skull won't have a deeper set to it, her lips won't be pressed in a thin line, or her hand would no longer be balled as a fist. She wouldn't push that argument. If she doesn't, and I know she has no lack of things to say. Instead, she simply offers a nod, an acquiesce, and in a moment of boldness, perhaps insolence, I reach out for her, taking her clenched fists into mine and drawing them closer to me. She sucks in a breath, soft and sharp, but doesn't say anything, merely watching as both my hands cradle hers. Cautious, mindful, as if it's the most precious thing I've held. Then again, maybe it is. Along with everything I've yet to convey.
Stop that.
Surprisingly, although the gesture has startled her, she yields, allows a touch that is far too familiar, and more than I'm willing to give most.
You're going to hurt yourself if you keep doing that.
Gently, I unfurl her fingers, flattening out each digit against my palms. Her nails have already created small dents in her skin from how tightly she has held it close. A little more, she would have drawn blood. Deep as it is, smoothing its thumb over the tiny marks does nothing. But it's a small gesture you both find comfort in amidst this chaos, and all at once the tension lifts. Her expression softens, the lines of her shoulders ease, and it's only after her lips curve up in a faint smile that I let go, giving her hand one last squeeze before returning it to her. Part of me wants to tell her, admit that it's exactly what I'm planning tonight. What good will it do though? I've already told Zach one person is enough. Hell, simply letting someone in on the plan makes me iffy. Broadening that circle and revealing too much would just cause her pointless concern. But someone has to be aware, at least where I'm headed off to, in case things don't pan out. Expect the worst, even if you're only intended to do a quick survey of the place. In my own words, risky. It's best I simply leave it as it is for now. Isabella doesn't need to be burdened with the worry my entire scheme entails. I stand up as soon as footsteps shuffle from the next room, its cadence slow and hesitant. Shortly, Rebecca comes into view, clutching her hands firmly in front of her and sporting the same uncertainty in her face. She casts me a cursory look that shifts the nervous one to Isabella, who studies her with an almost hopeful gleam in her eyes. Their fights never did last long.
Belle, can we talk? Alone?
Her interruption could not have come sooner, and I'm all the more glad for it. Whatever kind of friendship I share with the two, this remains something for only the two of them, much like my own with Zach. I'm an outsider, they don't need me here. That's all the reason I need. Wording an excuse and flashing Isabella a quick knowing smile, I beat a hasty exit out of the main lounge and leave them to mend things on their own. Before Isabella could say what she's been mulling over, before the last imploring glance she directs my way, forcing me to change my mind. It's another lasting image that firmly etches itself into my memory, one that spurs the conscience, among other things. I just hope I won't regret what I've chosen for myself tonight. Alright, let me check chat. I really want to feel like I want to play Danganronpa, but I have a hard time feeling interested when I look at the character designs and stuff. It feels so tropey and not very deep with an exterior look. I mean... And I want to be wrong so bad, but I'm afraid to try and be so disappointed. You're both right and wrong in calling it tropey. Oh, that's to say, not sure if I'll watch personally if you play Danganronpa. Like... But I wanted to hear the healthy talk. I'm so sorry, but I don't think it would actually be a healthy talk. I still think they are terrible. I still think they are not a healthy friendship dynamic. So, not to get distracted with Danganronpa, but the thing with it is, like, the characters are so, like... I don't want to call them tropey. I don't think tropey is right. It's just that they do lack depth. You're right in saying that they lack depth. Like, they're all so dumb, but not like in like they feel like a genuinely dumb person, or like they are just dumb because the game needs them to be dumb. Like you will literally have someone saying like, oh, maybe the person standing in front of us is a ghost, just for the sake of being stupid and adding quote-unquote comedy. Honestly, that's my least favorite part of the game. Like, I really hate that part. So if you cannot tolerate that, it's not the game for you. Like, even I have to turn my brain off when I play through that, and you have to be able to do that or else you're not gonna like it. I'm not sure about tropey either. The other word I had in mind is that they were feeling very anime. Oh no, that's a perfect description. That's a very good description. I 100% agree with that one. Like, they just feel so... They just feel dumbed down. That, oh god, really, yeah. Yeah, like, not every character, but a good amount of the characters will be like that, and it's rough. It's rough. Like, honestly, I enjoy Danganronpa more in a similar way that I enjoy The Letter than in a similar way I enjoy Kenosha. Like, I enjoy Danganronpa because it's camp, and because it's stupid, and because it makes me laugh, because it's so dumb. more than it makes me appreciate it for genuinely being a well-made game. Like, I think I just don't have a good time. I respect the quality, but I don't think it would be for me. No, I 100% agree. Like, even I, like, get really tired and sick of that part as it sometimes. Like, the mysteries in it are still good, but you definitely have to like ignore everything else to be able to appreciate it. So I don't judge you at all. Anyways, Galway Shell's Monday night crowd, although small and barely occupies a quarter of the whole pub, provides ample enough cover for anyone who wishes to leave the place unnoticed. Just exactly what I need tonight, with the lively music and chatter, slipping out mostly unseen because of a piece of cake. Without much trouble, soon enough, I find myself standing outside under that chilly Luxembourg night. A gust of wind picks up shortly after I step out, carrying the telltale smell of an impending rain. I'll give it about an hour or two before it starts. From the looks of it, tonight will be another downpour, maybe even stronger than the one we've had this morning. On instinct, I hurried forward into my jacket. Hanging stick material closer to my body while I weave my way through the lines of empty cars in the parking lot. The letter crinkles in my pocket with each step I take, though I pay no mind as I hurry towards my car. I've nicked it minutes ago from Isabel's belongings on my way out. If this is all connected, I need this damn piece of paper with me. However ridiculous it sounds, I'm sure it won't be missed either, but I can't waste time here and wait for her to find out, can I? 4 hours is all I'm giving myself to get this done. 3 if I'm inclined to go by Seaman's rules, but when have I ever? Regardless of how generous that is, each second is as important as the next. So I hurry, one footstep over the other, echoing as I make a beeline for my car. A half beeline. But as with every plan, problems crop up on the last second. It's probably a universal rule. And it does. In the form of a lone figure waiting for me next to my car. Oh, interesting. It was Isabella when I did this the first time, but I guess Rebecca is the one who notices this time. Since I won't care about it anymore now, I can't wait to see you stream it. So like, I probably will stream it, honestly. I just need to like find someone to do it with me because I don't think I can make it entertaining enough by myself. But I'm really being convinced to do it. Thanks for the input, very valuable, no problem. Rebecca turns just as I near her, the corners of her mouth twitching up in a wry smile. She offers no greeting except for a slight tilt of their head. Even as my pace slows and I look at her with all the unvoiced questions in my eyes, she remains wordless. Merely throwing her head back and shifting her attention up at the starless sky when I come to stand beside her. Another gust of wind blows as she breathes out a sigh, very thick but something close to resignation. The breeze carries it all away when she hugs her arms closer to herself to keep warm, which raises the question why she's out here. The air's already heavy with the promise of rain. With clouds obscuring the view, there's really nothing left to look at but a dark blanket of nothingness. Still, she stands there as if she's intentionally waiting for everything to fall. That, or she's here for some other reason. Before I can voice a single word, express a disapproval of any kind, she raises a halting hand at me, sharply cutting off the rest of my question.
I'm not here to stop you, wherever it is you're planning to go off tonight. I won't be able to anyway. You look like you've already made up your mind.
Go back inside. It's going to rain soon. It'll probably be even heavier than the downpour we had this morning. You wouldn't want to be caught in it.
I will, in a moment. I just want to stay out here a bit for some air, away from the noise inside. Everything's been so chaotic these days. This little break is nice. Even if it means standing in the middle of a parking lot, of all places. Getting out of this mess would definitely be better, but hey, you take what you can get, right?
It'll be over soon.
The confidence in my own words surprises even me. How do I know? Why am I so sure? When in truth, what I'm about to do is a last-ditch effort. If this fails, if I don't find anything, we're back to square one. It's the last lead I have. After this, we have nothing else to go from. Regardless, it seems to amuse her, and her laughter soon sounds above the murmur of the distant traffic and the light draft sweeping around us.
How I wish. I'll be content as long as she stops showing up in my mind whenever I close my eyes.
Is this her usual way of standing up? Yes, it is. Or is it because she is physically hurt? I'm pretty sure she just stands like that. I don't think they have different poses. I think their poses are mostly the same.
I think that may take some time. The brain doesn't easily forget trauma.
I can try. But, you know, it also did a lot to us.
Tell me about it. The back of my head's still smarting from my fall last night.
Not that kind. I'm talking about us. As people. I hate to admit it, but this whole deal with the ghost, with the curse, it also brought out an ugly side to us. To all of us.
I mean, kinda, but I feel like I'm so sorry to keep shitting on this game, but I feel like they think they made this like a real motif, a real like true story more than they actually did. Because yeah, Rebecca acted like a bitch, and yeah, Hannah was having marital problems, and Luke is the same Luke he always is. I feel like they didn't do as good of a job as they are trying to make it seem here, not gonna lie. Because like, the way they wrote it makes it seem more like these characters are just always sucky than it being a thing specific to the ghost. So I'm not sure I'm with you there, game.
And it made me realize plenty of things about myself, about us.
Rebecca trails off. Suddenly a pensive expression spreads across her face. I've seen it countless of times before, and every time I see it on her, it's usually followed by a memory, a silly story, or even something embarrassing upset from childhood. Unlike me, who much rather forget, she remembers each of them so easily. After a short bout of silence, when she smiles, I notice it's one of those times again.
Do you remember that one time back in secondary?
Or maybe this is just a coincidence writing-wise. When she has her arm crossed, her body holding her other arms, I didn't realize before, but I find it interesting that the character does it perfecting herself. Omni, I wish I could say you are right, but I think it's just a coincidence. Positive thinking, streamer positive thinking. Yeah, let's be optimistic and say it was intentional, and definitely not just because I don't know, it was just a random pose they chose. Let's be optimistic.
Which one? We did a lot of dumb things back then. Well, I did, but you get the point.
Mandy.
I thought you still don't like her. Don't tell me you've kept in contact with her. Are you guys friends now or something?
I think you perfectly understand what I am thinking right now. Yeah, I do.
Oh no. We do see each other sometimes. On the way to work or when I go out for lunch, but it's nothing like that. We're not friends. Not in this lifetime. I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever get along, but if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even be friends, yeah? You stood up for me that day. And from then on, things have changed.
What, are we gonna get a Rebecca confession? I hope not. I don't like them. I feel like their dynamic is a little bit, like, bad for the both of them. She makes it sound like I'm some sort of hero. Mandy was in the wrong. Of course I'll defend her. If no one's going to stand up for her, who else will? Chances are it would have escalated, and who knows, maybe she would have stopped going to school or transferred. Any decent human being with an ounce of sense should know better. I acted because I know what I'm doing is what's right. It's as simple as that. Yet she smiles as if it's worth more than that, a fondness that goes beyond nostalgia.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is, this time, I don't want this to go unsaid.
It's because of Gina. Honestly, I didn't even notice because the sprites in Gnosha are so close up. I don't really get to analyze their body language much. Like, they're very close to the camera. So I didn't even notice that, but you're right, she does, doesn't she? Think of it this way, maybe this will be so bad and out of character it will be deliciously bad, #copium. Let's hope it will be.
You know, just in case something happens.
You'll see better in the anime, that makes sense.
Ash, I've always been in love with you.
Oh boy, here we go, this is gonna be awkward. She says it so plainly, holding my gaze in a voice too frank, that her admission stuns me into silence. Like the wind has suddenly been knocked out of me in one fell swoop. No words will form, not even a single coherent thought that the meaning of her words bear down on me. Nevertheless, she continues, desperate to express everything she has kept to herself all these years. This is what the fondness is. Why, for her, it weighs heavier than any feelings of nostalgia I can carry.
Since that time in secondary, since I made that promise to never leave, I've always truly loved you.
Afterwards, there is relief, a weight suddenly being lifted from her shoulders after so long. She closes her eyes and lets out a breath. She looks back at me, though there's nothing but hope in them, eyes that they are searching for an answer. Facing the sincerity behind her words, I find myself scrambling for the words. Because as much as this pains me to admit, I can't give her the same affection she's asking for me. So interesting that that gave like a story updated thing, because I'm pretty sure if I had made different choices and sided with her and maxed her out instead of Isabella, because you can only match one of them out. You cannot do both. I'm pretty sure if I had made different choices, you would actually be able to return these feelings. But I don't want to do that because I don't like their relationship. Like, Rebecca needs to move on. Her jealousy is very ugly. So yeah, I don't know. Not feeling it. Facing the sincerity behind her words, I find myself grasping and scrambling for the words because as much as it pains me to admit, I can't give her the same affection she's asking for me. We might have spent so many years alongside each other. Hell, we practically grew up together. But that never automatically means I'll ever hoard feelings for her that go beyond the boundaries of friendship. I do appreciate her presence in my life. I'm more than glad she has stuck with me even through the toughest moments. And when she finds me difficult or aggravating. However, it's really all there is to it. She's a close, important friend to me, but nothing more.
Rebecca, I'm...
I draw in a breath, ragged, unsure. Uncertain how and which words to put together so it will hurt her less. So the wounds they might leave would be as deep or a scar. Though before I can even string two phrases together, she lifts a hand to my mouth and silences me. A smile is on her face, kinder than every single one I've ever seen from her so far. It's nice to see it on her. It suits her more than the glares or the frowns. But at the same time, it only serves to baffle me.
You don't have to answer me.
Nah, sorry, Rebecca. I'm not the guy you think I am. Shamming answer. I'll see, it is kind of a shamming answer. I'll see. Speaking of pathetic man, I feel like Ashton kind of fits the bill as well. Like, he is less so pathetic as he is just cringe. But he does have that energy just a little bit.
Yeah, but I should...
No, I mean, you don't need to.
Okay, now I'm really confused. One moment you're saying you've been in love with me since secondary, now you're telling me to shut up?
If you want to interpret it like that, alright.
Speaking about pathetic men, really sent me on so many reasons. It's like, what can I say? I love playing games with pathetic men in them for some reason.
No,
Yeah.
really. Some explanation would be nice, Becca. Because a lot of things are going on
Also,
right now.
I don't
and
know
I'm
why
afraid I
I'm-
can't catch up.
I don't know.
Especially with this curveball you just threw.
I don't know what it is about this game in particular that makes me super illiterate, but the moment I start playing this game, I lose all ability to read. It is quite embarrassing. So sorry if my pronunciation goes out the window. Honestly, I've just been having a bad day in terms of pronunciation in general. I don't know why my language center of my brain is just going bonkers. But it is. I keep accidentally switching to Dutch and I don't know why.
It means what it means, Ashton. You don't need to answer me. I don't really need to hear it anymore. It's not that I don't want to. Believe me, if I were the same person I was before this whole thing happened to us, I'd be elated, excited even. But like I said, I also realized some things. Understood myself more. Ash, I did love you. Ever since we were kids, all those times you defended me from bullies. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, even after this. But at the end of the day, once you take a closer look at everything, it also turned me into a really selfish person.
Wow, it's crazy. She is actually realizing it. She's actually realizing that she's a terrible friend. It only took her many years. Like, what, 10? Not, well, I guess technically less because I've known Isabella for less. But yeah, she finally realizes it.
When you think about it, maybe the Ashton I loved isn't the one standing in front of me right now.
I know judges good to know what one is into for ourselves, just delivering how I accidentally pinpointed that. Yeah, no, fair enough. Also, I had the feeling you were since you spoke about your D&D. What do you mean by D&D? What does my D&D character have to do with this? What does my D&D character have to do? No, pause. What does my D&D character have to do with this? Leave my D&D character alone. You read so much, so maybe that's why you became illiterate. I guess so. This game is like a lot of reading. But yeah. That's you who said that? What does D&D characters have to do with it? What did my D&D character have to do with it?
Maybe all this time, I'm still clinging on to that aloof kid I met 17 years ago.
You were searching for story ideas a couple weeks ago for characters. Well, yes, but those were not my characters. Those were just background characters because I wanted them to be silly. You will always end up making sadder. Oh, okay, that part is fair. That part is fair, but that's not even limited to characters that I like create to simp over. That is just me being silly and only playing games that have some sort of tragedy to them. But so when I make characters, they all have to be traumatized. Like, that is a whole separate issue. But honestly, fair enough.
I didn't even consider that you have a mind of your own. That one day, it won't just be the two of us. That you'll find someone else then. And it won't be me.
I'm sorry, Becca.
I'm not even sure what I'm apologizing for. That I can't return her feelings? Or because I'm somehow holding myself responsible for this, even if up until now, I have no idea until how she... the grammar mistakes keep tripping me up. That also does not help. Even if up until now, I had no idea how she felt. Regardless, she continues to smile through all of it.
It's not your fault. Don't say that.
Maybe I don't have all of the facts to it. I don't remember the conversation. I didn't want to judge. No, that's fair. I just wanted to put you on the block because, like, don't come for my D&D characters. You're not wrong, but how dare you use that as your evidence? I put time and love into those.
I'm the one who should apologize. Since I suddenly sprung this up on you when you have other things to do. I just thought I should let you know, so I can finally let this whole thing go. One question though. Are you going to tell her?
Tell what to who?
I pause, frowning, a brief moment of doubt while I try to figure out what she's talking about all of a sudden. When it finally sinks in though, my bewilderment hastily gives way to utter embarrassment.
Oh.
I wonder who she could be talking about. I wonder, Ashton. It's not like you're super obvious.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I wonder. Heat probably crawls up my face, no matter my efforts to keep it down. In the end, I can only look away from her, afraid of what else she'll see in it.
Did you really think no one would notice?
Was it that obvious?
Yes, Ashton. It was fucking ridiculously obvious. Like, Bro. I don't say writing characters like those are bad. Being pathetic or even 5% pathetic is interesting. I really don't blame your writing, no. I know. I was just being silly. I wonder what the degree of pathetic in action is. I would say probably like 70%. Like he has some non-pathetic, like he can definitely take action when he has to. He's just very cringe. He's just very cringe type of pathetic.
It was surprisingly easy to tell, but that was probably because I've known you longer than anyone.
Oh wow, what, am I wrong? No, I think I'm right.
Fuck, who else knows?
I think Zach suspects.
Shit.
You're embarrassingly lame when you're trying too hard. It's almost painful to watch. Don't worry. With your terrible way of flirting, and knowing her, I'm quite sure Belle has no idea, even now. Not even a clue.
Harsh, Rebecca. Really harsh. I could use a vote of confidence, you know.
She laughs, loud, the kind that's free of any burden, ringing above the wind, slowly picking up as the storm clouds approach. With it, however, the awkward atmosphere lifts at last. There's only that camaraderie we've shared since meeting in the classroom 17 years ago.
I'm serious, though. Tell her. And if you ever make her cry, I'll hit you with every damn history book I have on my shelf. Clear?
Normally, my answer to this would be, you have no right to act like a protective friend right now. But since she's admitting she's been a shitty one, and since she's having a change of heart, I'll give her a pass and say, alright, you go, girl. Accurate measure. Maybe my pathetic pool is not strong enough to accurately guess the pathetic of characters. You would have said 50%, 55% tops. No, I think like in terms of his own actions, like if you just look at him in a scene where no one else is around, I would give him like he's not pathetic at all. It's just the moment he starts interacting with someone, and especially Isabella, that his pathetic meter just goes up because he is so freaking incapable. Like he's the type of person that bullies instead of just having, I don't know, an actual conversation with someone he cares about. And it's like, I don't know. It's like he's I don't know. I'm not enough of an expert on this topic to explain it like in detail. I'm eating this conversation between those two so much. It's so letter coded, I love it. Still can't believe that man works as a cop. I mean, I feel like the cop part kind of works into it as well, because like he is so serious about being a cop that it kind of turns back around and makes it pathetic again, because he's like, you know, he named his gun and everything, and he's like, I have to be there for them, but they're all relying on me, and he feels like he can't do the job. And like, I feel like he is okay, no, I'm gonna make a distinction. I feel like in terms of how he comes off, Ashton is very pathetic, but when it's actually time to take action, he's not that bad. It's just that his aura is super pathetic. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Noted, ma'am.
Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. I won't. Just promise me you'll be careful, alright?
She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she gives me a push, with the force only heavy enough to throw me off balance. Caught unawares by the gesture, for a few moments, I fight for purchase against my car's trunk, bracing my hand on its smooth surface. When I look up with a string of rubber bands ready at the tip of my tongue, Rebecca's already halfway through the parking lot. There's a small skip in her steps while the breeze carries the light too and she's whistling. On a whim, I let it snow be the last thing I commit to memory before slipping inside my car and driving off. Sounds like new beginnings more than anything. Another reason to be optimistic. Alright, let's see if I can skip through this. Yes, I can, finally. Nyum. Oh, ghost time. Actually, no, we're gonna find Marianne first. She was starving down here. So much skipping.
In the end, your own incompetence will eventually lead to the deaths of everyone you care about.
Yeah, this is gonna be different because Rebecca's not dead. Normally, they, in the one I did before, they are like, Rebecca died.
Who could tell my friends what might have happened here? They're at the crawl. You know the place, right?
I'll throw off letting the meaning of my words hang in the air. I want to be optimistic about this, really. However, I'm going against something almost everyone can't quite understand. I'm just being realistic with my chances. Magala seems to understand this as well after what I've said. Any sign of protest already died on her tongue as she simply looks at the taser quietly. After a moment, she just nods. Beyond the walls of this room... Okay, we can skip again. Sorry for skipping over everything, but again, this is already long enough. I don't have the time to be reading over everything again. Oh, we're gonna get butlered again. Get butlered. Oh, Rebecca's here too. Previous time Rebecca was not here. Oh wait, no, it's just Zach, or not Zach, Ashton wondering who else came with. I see. But she's not actually in this scene. Are they all here? Oh, we're back in the confession scene in the middle of a murder house. I forgot that this happens and it's very jarring. We were talking about Ara, protagonist of shonen manga. Bro couldn't use pathetic jutsu. No, actually. He really does have that kind of power. Tiny gestures that mean nothing at first, but began to matter to me one day until... Oh. Despite myself, a small smile slips from my lips as the same form from earlier unfurls in my chest. Unhurried, familiar, and apart from all these years I've carried it, but I've never given the words for it.
Stop smiling like that, Ashton! I'm not done scolding you!
But this time may come easy.
I heard all of it. Don't worry.
Are you really okay? That guy hit you a little too hard on the head. Here, let me...
I reach up just as she extends a hand towards my face, catching her fist in a light grip, drawing it closer and folding her hand in between mine. Ashton, I'm rooting for this ship, but this is so not the time. Like, it was already not the time the first time I saw the scene and they had like a heart-to-heart. It's still not the time now. Although her expression does shift into mild confusion, she doesn't pull away like I'm expecting. She simply stares at me searching. Were to allow a gesture from me that's perhaps too close, it does a lot about how far things have already shifted in the past few years. Curled in mine, her hand still trembles. Most of the tremors have already subsided by now, though I doubt it'll fade away this soon. Even as I trace the lines of her palm, in what I hope is a comforting gesture.
I'm sorry.
For what? Is this about what happened tonight? You can apologize later, when...
The music next to dead bodies? I mean, it's not quite dead bodies, it's just the butler being knocked the fuck out by a taser. But yeah, basically.
No, well, this too, but it's not just about this.
It's for...
I hate it so much when the voice acting suddenly like becomes 3 meters closer to you. Like, they cannot, the volume regulation in this game is so ass cheeks. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just so bad. Why does it do that? Stop. Also, is he gonna do the cliche thing of saying, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do? Huh? For what? And then pull her in for a kiss? Like, if it is, I'm gonna cry because that's so cliche.
It's for a lot of things.
Oh god, Ashton, please stop eating here all of a sudden. Exactly.
For calling you clumsy and careless and a scatterbrain.
Are you sure this isn't a concussion?
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Well, you don't usually apologize.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that too.
And again, I know that it's not the voice actor's doing, because not only is it many characters in this game that have this issue, but also I've heard this voice actor for Ashton in another project, and it's so much better there. Like this voice actor is genuinely very capable. It's just this game that is a little bit wonky.
For all the times I've teased you and made you cry.
Unexpectedly, her fingers tighten around mine, our hands falling between us as something tender shifts in the air. Another exhale. Another drawn breath eases out of me, filled with every hesitation and uncertainties. But when I finally choose to break the silence, it's only when I know that what will slip past my mouth is one truth I will hold against the world.
But for all those callous words, despite all those, there's nothing that I don't love about you. In fact, those things, I love those. And everything that's you.
For a long moment, she offers no response. Her grip on my hands merely tightens. Although my heart's pounding hard against my ears, I take a chance to look up. Slightly leaning away and giving her a cautious glance, more than ready to hear her rejection. Instead, I find her on the brink of tears with an almost unreadable expression on her face. When she notices my eyes on her, she hastily reaches up and wipes it with the back of her hands. It's not to keep them from falling, and soon they trail down her cheeks despite their best attempts. To say this is panic shooting right up at the base of my throat is a complete understatement. This isn't how I've expected this to go.
Hey, Belle, did I say something wrong?
Worst thing she can say is no, and then she starts crying.
Why would you? I don't even have anything.
What?
I don't have anything. I'm not rich. I live off instant noodles almost every day. I can't do anything properly without someone helping me. Except maybe if it's drawing, but that's beside the point. I didn't even get to graduate, even if I was so close. I'm not even sure that scholarship will get me anywhere. And ever since I came here, in the 5 years you've known me, I've got us into all kinds of trouble. So why would you even say that? I'm not...
Maybe it's the moment itself that spurs me into it. That desperation, the fear of almost dying. That I've already said more than what I'm usually allowing myself. I might as well finish before I lose my nerves. No matter the reason, I reach out for her. Gently, someone like the way she barged into our lives so many years ago, the way she came in would leave a terrible impression on anyone, really, and yet it's people like her that you don't easily forget. It's them that gradually worms their way into a person's lives, until the very thought of losing them becomes unbearable. Isabella trails off once my palm brushes against her tear-stained cheeks, but she immediately pulls away and brushes my hands off. Rather, she looks at me wide-eyed with another searching look. I only have one answer for that.
It doesn't matter. All of that is still you, and that's enough for me.
No promises, only truths, perhaps the only genuine thing I can offer her at the moment. We didn't even know what will happen, or if we'll ever survive this. So instead of words, I lean in, our foreheads briefly touching. For brushing my lips tenderly against hers. At least it wasn't in the way I said, like the cliche I mentioned. But I could have seen this coming from a mile away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for laughing, but there's something about the way this is drawn is just making me laugh. Like, it's not, I cannot even pinpoint what's bad about it. It just doesn't look right. Maybe it's Isabella's expression. Maybe Isabella's expression is the issue here, but it just looks weird to me. I'm sorry. Like, this is nothing intimate by any means. Here's the music, she's so silly and art. Don't ask questions. Just don't ask any questions. There's a brief second once our lips touch where she tenses, unsure. A long moment of not knowing what to do with her hands. I love typos. Until she settles them on me, slipping it up my arm in a light grip, too afraid to make a mistake or hurt. But for now, it's enough. It's the closest we can come to it. Rather than give out empty promises or current proclamations, we have this. Something she soon understands as her shoulders ease as she permits me to draw her closer, deepening the kiss. Softly and gently, a short second of simply allowing the words to melt away around us, and for this roar above anything else. Like every little thing between us that has built up to this one single point in time. A moment that becomes ours and ours alone. So like to hold close until all of this is over. We part later to the sound of the world coming back to us. Thunder, rain, and lightning also remind us both of a reality we have to face. Enough to tap at the mood and force back the worry I've temporarily forgotten. Yet when I glance back at Isabella, all she has for me is a small smile, bright and hopeful. And it's strength enough. One I try to draw from, when I rest my forehead against hers one last time, before leading us both out, her hand in mine. I thought this was pretty good before, to be honest. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, if they made the scene happen at any other moment, like where it was actually fitting, I would have thought it was decent. Like the whole thing about why me, I've done nothing. Like that's genuinely like a decent confession scene. I don't think it's that bad. It's just the context and like the execution with like the art and like the the scene itself was decent. It's everything else around it that just made it like why pretty good compared to the rest. Yeah, it's like it's decent. I have nothing outright bad to say about it. That is the scene itself and not everything else. Power still hasn't come back when we make our way downstairs, tricky considering the stairs to the attic are a bit old. One misstep and anyone might slip and end up falling. You're lucky if that's all that'll happen to you. With the stairs this steep, a broken neck is a likely outcome. Thankfully, Isabella's here to guide me through the darkness. She knows this place better than anyone, after all, in spite of all the misfortunes it has brought to us.
Careful, the floorboards over there aren't very sturdy.
Right on cue, the same board I'm stepping on creaks and suddenly breaks. The piece is falling somewhere but a dull thunk. I wonder if Isabella dies and isn't here with you. Ash actually gets hurt here. I haven't seen that scene.
Oh shit. Scumbag wouldn't be too happy about that. Ow, my foot.
Oh, he's also hurt this time.
See? I told you so. You never listen to me.
They renovated the whole mansion. They can't even replace one tiny part of the house.
Why don't you file a complaint to BRC then? I'm sure they'd be thrilled to hear it. You know it was such a rushed job.
They were walking. Call me a pervert, but I thought the creaking noise was that one a bed for a second. I really thought that. Okay, you are a pervert for that one. That is a crazy thought. Yeah, no, they're just gonna make love in the freaking haunted mansion in the middle of breaking into it. After, in the same room, they knocked out the freaking murder butler. Yeah, let me just do that. What the fuck, Omni? Look, okay, I'm waiting. Give me your excuse. Serve me your excuse. I will judge it. I will judge it as fairly as I can. To be fair, I wouldn't be 100% surprised by that. No. This game may be cringe, but it's not outright freaking ridiculous. Like, they at least try to pretend it's a good game with meaningful writing. They wouldn't just pull it out of nowhere. Come on. The game thinks it's better than that. The game thinks it's better than that. Outside, the winds have intensified. Even from here, I can hear the gusts battering the windows in the attic. I don't have a good excuse, sorry. Yeah, you really don't, but it's okay. At least we're on equal grounds now. We're both dumbass perverts. It makes you wonder why up until now, the only person we've encountered from this house is the butler. Although to some degree that makes sense, he is in charge of running the place. Where are the other servants though? In this storm, wouldn't anyone want to stay inside? A likely assumption is they're all asleep. The route of ticket doesn't really pass by the rooms they've likely assigned as the servants' quarters. However, they also hide on security. I brushed it off earlier, thinking it'll be posted a lot closer to where the master's rooms are, but the second floor is afoot of anyone as well. In one corner, Zach and Rebecca watches, almost as surprised to see us. McCulloch's also with them. Of course, she didn't listen to me after I've already exceeded the 15 minutes we've agreed on. Although Color is trying to... Oh, this is new dialogue. Although Color is trying to have already returned to her, enough for her to be able to stand unassisted. The other blade on the counter appears to have played a part on that. Good news, I guess, as for the other two, however. Relieved as I am that I've had the same sense of weight and not venture deeper into the dimension, I can't help but roll my eyes at both of them.
Zach, I said 4 hours.
I know, but Isabella asked and... Come on, bro, you know I ain't a very good liar.
And it didn't even occur to you to stop her?
We all tried, all right? She was out the door before we could say anything.
And how did you guys even get in here?
All three of them exchange a look. What I absolutely don't like, in the end, is Isabella who speaks up, albeit with a bit of hesitation.
We heard someone scream, Ash. It led us here.
Dumbass perv. Okay, never mind, I agree. Listen, I took myself down with that one as well. I said we, not you. This is... I'm dragging myself down with you, okay? You have to give that a pass. Without warning, the door behind us slammed shut.
We need to get out of here.
Screw right, I need to get these people out of here. Luckily, we're in the kitchen and we have 2 ways out, the back door and the cellar offers. Except the hatch won't budge when I pull it, and neither does the back door, as if something is locked it firmly on the other side. Zach also gives it a few tries, but even with the big guy's strength, it won't open. There's a long moment of silence in which we similarly look at each other, likely sharing the same thoughts. We're trapped. Something or someone has essentially led us here. Ah, fuck. And in that same moment, once realization dawns in, something shifts again. Blood.
All of them will eventually die because of you.
And you are going to die alone.
Wah wah, more bring on your insecurities, wah wah. Zach helps McCulloch first, assisting her up and through the gap before giving a hand to both Rebecca and Isabella. And when the ladies are in, I nod for him to go through.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
Surprisingly, he does that without any protests, not that there's any need to. Sometimes after entering the room, the whole place is calmed down. No wails, no whispers, just a silence too deafening, but I'm not letting my guard down until everyone's on the other side of this nightmare is safe. For all I know, this may just be the calm before another storm. Without further incident, however, Zach makes it to the other side and I'm following after him. However odd this hush is, I turn back from it and climb up. It's a tight fit, but I manage to squeeze myself in. The unease remains though. I didn't see adrenaline still coursing through me or how easy everything's been after living through that nightmare fleeting as it is. For some reason, something's still nagging at me. Call it a detective's instinct or my training or whatnot, I have a feeling something's going to happen and catch us unprepared. It's almost like Luke Wright is on the other end with a gun. Wouldn't that be crazy? Unconsciously, before dropping down on the better side of the stream, my hand shifts from the gun at my hip. Instinct has never failed me before. My feet haven't even landed firmly on the floor when...
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two.
Best character, he's here. Yuppie. Love that. Hancock catches my eyes first, next to that smurry smile on his face while he holds McCulloch's sack as Rebecca and Isabella at gunpoint. It's light, enough to lodge a painful thorn up my throat. I've been so complacent. Too focused on other things that completely set aside the fact that his comeback will not be two places he is here without knowing our reasons. But even with those good intentions, curses and ghostly apparitions aside, we're still trespassing in his home. The question if he's even aware that this whole of his household has somehow disappeared, and he might be the only one here. Likely not. Fuck. Even with the people he knows among the crowd, there's a significant effort in him not to simply shoot everyone in sight.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Oh, this is new dialogue. I haven't seen this yet because Rebecca was dead last time.
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about little Lily over there, then? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is?
I hope Rebecca being alive will change so much of the scenes you'll have to read again, a lot of them, for that sweet lore. Yeah, no, there's... I don't know, this game does not have the best skip function because it makes me read a lot of lines I've already read just because they're technically in a different variation of the scene, even though they're exactly the same. Protagonist pose Rebecca, I know, right? She's about to throw hands. She really is. Like, if anyone here is willing to throw hands against Luke, it's Rebecca. She hates his ass. She's already kicked him in the nuts. Hit him over the head with a book. All kinds of stuff. I think she even bites him if you pick the other option.
Oh, we're doing good, by the way.
Sir, please.
Oh, please what?
Becca's right, sir. We need to get out of this place. You need to leave.
Tut, not a good enough excuse, darling. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight. Don't worry, I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman.
Wow, you're so delightful.
Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Casually, he waves the handgun at them as if it's just a mere toy and his words are no threat. The safety is often his, nothing stopping him from pushing through with his words. Call me paranoid, but at a slight gesture, I draw my own and level it at him. Finger on the trigger and ready to release the safety catch in case things go south. Oh, I wanna see Ashton die here so bad, but I know it's not what I should do. I know it's not what I should do, but it's so tempting. I forgot how dreadful he was. Dreadful and how bad he is. Wait, yeah, he is terrible. We'll do the bad endings after. I'm gonna just do a quick run through for the bad endings after this because it won't take that much longer. But we're not doing that right now. There's Rebecca. Yeah, we have to put your pride aside.
Luke, no!
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
Oh, there comes the ghost. Now we're gonna perspective switch. Blah blah blah. Oh, I just got an achievement for having everyone still alive. Also, I know you have chaos in you. Just listen to it and you'll feel better. Ah, yes. Wow, respect. It's almost also, speaking of pathetic, the fact that Ashton can use the grovel skill against Luke here, I feel like that also says a lot about that. To say that I'm scared of what's happening is a gross understatement. Trouble of any sort is the last thing I want to get home to after a long day at work and a trip to the bar. When I see Hannah near prostrate, I can only feel dread. She twitches, sees us, body wound and coiled tight before thrashing, shuddering, and shaking. Like a woman possessed, her mouth falls open and her eyes roll to the back of her head. It is the hallmark signs of a seizure. The symptoms are similar enough. And that knowledge, the fact that I notice, only makes me feel worse. But hold her close is all I can do while she thrashes about. I know this is wrong, that I'm not supposed to hold her down, yet I do it out of instinct, reflex even. I'm terrified of hurting her, but I see no other way to keep Hannah from hurting herself. It takes a lot to keep myself from running off to get help when she needs me here, and it takes everything I have to keep myself intact. When she says my name, I realize that the seizures have stopped, but that doesn't make the dread go away.
Please!
What happened here? Who did this to you?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
The pathetic benchmark what the use of grovel use or not. Should Shake mark that? Yeah, exactly. He passes the benchmark. The sight of her tear-streaked face is enough that throws a knife in. It does not help that I'm as lost as she is right now, and all I can say is...
Shh, it's alright. You're safe now, Hana. You're safe now.
Oh. I must have sat there in the kitchen, cradling Hannah in my arms for an eternity until Shotgun and the maid ran in, assuming the worst. She had been screaming enough to attract the attention of anyone on mentioned property, but that's all well and good in the end, I suppose, as they helped carry Hannah up to her bedroom. I doubt they could have managed on my own. I might have slipped on the stairs and cracked both her heads if I tried. Both Shotgun and the maid does assured work of making her comfortable while I sit on the sidelines. I have no idea how long I remained there, just watching them and her. But at some point, after they've left us, the sun has set, leaving the room dark and silent. I sit on all the pillows and blankets and put on her side though, Hannah looks smaller than ever. She looks so weak and vulnerable that I can't help but worry. Not to mention the children. I forgot that she is knowingly pregnant in this one, instead of having a ghost child that was never mentioned before. I forgot that she is actually a pregnant woman. Not to mention the children. Think about the children and will know how such an event would affect babies in the womb. Now seems like a good time to get drunk as any. But I just can't. Oh my god. Is this one of those stupid ass situations where they're gonna make him becoming a father magically make his alcoholism go away? That is crazy. Like, I know that it's a trope. I know that they be like, oh, I finally have the will to just stop right now, but that's not how addictions work. Like, it's a nice thought, but that is not how addictions work. I'm sorry. The mystic baby, I forgot. Yeah, how could you forget? It's the best part. I can't bring myself to leave her side, just to intoxicate myself. Not knowing what just happened. I might just drink myself to death if I so much as tried.
Please, stay with me, darling.
Of course. Anything for you, sunshine.
There's no way I can leave her side without feeling guilty. Besides, what sort of husband and father would I be if I don't take care of her when she's sick? Not that I'm too confident about what I can do on my own. I'm not trained for this sort of thing. Even if I've experienced similar scenarios before, I might still have it all wrong. I've already called her personal physician along with the obstetrician who knew of her pregnancy for a house call in the morning. We'll have to go on from there. I don't like to think about it, but I can still remember the doctor's instructions on how to take care of my mother while she was ill. Provide a safe space for her to rest. Check. Let her lie on her side so she doesn't choke. Check. Loosen tight clothing to let her breathe. Check. Keep calm and don't panic. Well, I'm having a bit of trouble with that one, aren't I?
Do you want any water? Something to nibble on, perhaps? I can call for something to be brought up. Soup would be good, right?
Soup.
I'm fine, Luke. Don't you worry. I'm just a little sick, but I'll get better.
A pale look crosses her face, and more than anything, I wish I could take away the pain she feels now. She beckons me to come closer, to hold her in my arms, so am I to say no. I don't want to say this is a wholesome image, but unfortunately it's a wholesome image. Like, I don't want to give this game credit, but this is admittedly kind of wholesome. Her body still quivers, tiny shakes that make my heart feel like it's going to stop and give every time they happen too much. The one complaint I have about the CG is that this does not look like... Maybe that's why I like it better, because this straight up does not look like Luke. It's like Luke got replaced with a whole different person. Maybe that's why I'm more accepting of it, because it makes me not have to think of Luke. His hair feels like a different character, exactly. Maybe that's why I like it better. I take care to give her room to breathe, no matter how much of an uncomfortable position it puts me in. Her sun is enough to bring me at ease, golden flowers, marigolds, buttercups, and daffodils. I'm not sure if she smells this way because I surround us with them when I can, or because she's wearing the perfume I gave her last Christmas.
There we go. Now, are we comfy?
Maybe that's the real father of the missing baby. Is crazy. Yeah, this is his alter ego. She nods her head weakly, a smile barely making its way on her lips. I'd be ready to fulfill any request she has, anything to make this easier for her, anything to make her happy. But when she next speaks, I can feel my breath catching my throat.
Sing me a lullaby.
A lullaby? Of course, I can do that.
I know I've done so many things in my lifetime that would justify a horrible end, but not Hannah, she doesn't deserve this. This is all far too horribly familiar. To find myself in bed, clutching reverently to an ill-beloved, wishing it isn't real and hoping it doesn't get any worse. To find myself screaming at a god I've long abandoned and forgotten. Not her, not again. Take her and you will bloody real. To have a lullaby shared so that we can forget the pain and the fear.
Hush, my
No,
darling,
please no,
don't
please
say
no,
a
please
word.
no, please no,
I'm
please
gonna
no, please
get
no.
you a
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up,
mockingbird.
shut up, shut up. Making me listen to fucking London Bridge is already bad enough. London Bridge being sung by fucking Kylie the toddler with way too big of a head. Don't do this to me, please. Please let us hear Luke sing. This is peak content. Fine, I will let you hear it. But I will be suffering all the while, just so you know. Best visual novel. I can hear her breathy laugh, though she doesn't tell me to stop. If this amuses her, then that's fine. But her breathing soon eves itself out. I get think to him before I know it, she's fallen asleep. If only it would be as easy for me. I certainly don't envy her, but I don't particularly like how my mind runs right now. Better than afraid, clutching at straws and asking myself if I'll really let myself fall apart in this moment. It's alarming just how the thought of losing her could break me, pregnant or not.
And if that mockingbird don't sing, I'm gonna get you a diamond ring.
The amount of suffering I am experiencing right now is through the roof. I've already lost my mother, the only other woman I've ever truly loved in my life. I've not knowing then as a young man, that wounded me a great part of me. I am aware now of how scared I am. Or actually it's scarred. Is it scarred? I think it's scarred. I know English, guys. How scarred I am, for lack of a better term. And if anything ever happens to Hannah, well, I don't know what I do after the fact. I'm ascending through the suffering. Yeah, you're suffering so much that you're reaching a whole new level. You know, normal people would call that masochism, but I'm not one to draw conclusions. Would the loss drive me insane? Would I become mad and swear bloody vengeance on the world that deserves less than her? Would I end up drowning in sorrow and guilt until I end up drinking one last night if I figure a bullet is a good way to go? Or perish the thought, would I become like my father, one who would have no further love for anything, not others or even objects or self? The vain, glorious mogul that worked and worked for the sake of succeeding in the search of happiness that would never come.
And if that diamond ring turns brass, we're gonna go to fields of grass.
For a long while, I was that man, wasn't I? Pursuing. This makes me feel. Luke singing makes me feel the same way as. I know you weren't there, Omni, but when I played Zero Escape on Saturday, they had a freaking robot with a Cockney accent that just made my freaking brain cells melt through my skull. I feel like Luke singing is making me experience the same sensation. It just melts my brain cells out of my skull. For a long while, I was that man, wasn't I? Pursuing gold and glory and nothing else. Bloody hell, I even started courting Hannah for the money her family had. She has a mark to be attained. But she was just so bright, and I don't mean intelligent, though she is certainly that too. Though she was bright in a manner where she could bring such sunshine to anyone's dreary life. I thought I would need to put a mask on with her, just like with all others. But if anything else, she had made me feel so constricted. She made me feel so constricting, suffocating, that I pulled off the mask on my own. I had wanted to be myself around her, just as she was so willfully showing her real self to those around her. It wasn't some sudden realization. There was no eureka moment, it just happened.
And in those fields where we roam, we'll take daffodils for our home.
Maybe I really will become Omni-Man, like the people said. Oh look, it's cathartic for me to hear Luke sounding ridiculous in that instance. Not this suffering that, please. Oh god. You really give us the best content. I give you the most brain numbing sense of humor destroying content ever. We had meet up and talk about business, but then those could only last for so long. After a few dozen dates, we ended up talking about other things, little things that didn't seem to matter so much, inconsequential things that one would end up forgetting in the grand scheme of things. Good food, good music, dogs, the films we saw, books we read while apart, places we wanted to go, things that weren't important suddenly are. It confuses me so much. But I was happy, and at some point I told myself that this is the woman I wanted to spend my life with. Then I would forget that a lot. I was out of some misguided need for her to be my own person, to not be defined by anyone else. I refused to put her on a pedestal or make her the center of my universe. Married or not, we were our own person at the end of the day. But I would forget to, at the very least, remember that she was there with me.
And if those daffodils die and wilt, we'll still have the home that we built.
Hello, every Slenderman. Collect my text. Oh no. Do we have to collect your pages? You know, I feel like you and this game's ghost would get along very well. You both have a weird obsession with freaking letters. Sorry that you have to come in right now while we're suffering through this cringy ass singing. The place really goes so not well with the artwork. It doesn't, but we ball anyway. Just with this game makes you get used to jarring freaking stuff. Nothing matches. It's just you get used to it. What do you mean cringe is beautiful? Well, yes, Omni. You're definitely not coping, Omni. You're definitely not... You've definitely not ascended to masochism, Omni. She made me better than I was. Still me to an extent. Still the son of a bitch that has something to prove. I forget it again and again, no matter how hard I try. I'll spend extra hours at the office for something or another, that favorable stocks to take care of a debt or something. Sometimes I'll even bring work home if I haven't gone to drink and destroyed my liver. I've loved the riches, some of which aren't even rightfully mine in the first place, and lord myself over everyone else because I fucking deserve it. Because that is how I prove myself. But I don't even have to prove myself to Hannah. Sometimes, I wonder, had we met under different circumstances, had I grown up a different way, would any of this be better? Would we be any happier?
Good night, my sunshine.
Smiley face. Now there's a thought.
Mommy, what happened? You were wiggling and shaking, and you wouldn't stop even if I was shouting.
The absolute whiplash I just experienced going from that scene to this scene where they have looking like an adult but sounding like a child just made the last remaining of my brain cells just fucking implode. It's what do I even...
I'm so sorry I shouted at you, Mummy.
Shh, don't cry. My little ball of sunshine's not supposed to cry, is he? Don't you worry. Mummy is just a little sick, but she'll get better.
Are you not connected to that profound character by this song that we are sharing to each other? Omni, I think you may have surpassed me in the methods of coping. I think you may have coped a little too close to the sun. Come down, Icarus. You are coping too close to the sun. My eyes almost sunburned from the whiplash, yeah.
I've got a new job now, and I can get medicine again, okay? And we'll buy some bread pudding too while we're at it.
Please don't do that again, Mummy. It's scary.
It's okay. I'm here. You've got nothing to fear. But you have to be brave too, Lucille. Even when I'm not around.
I prefer when a game is ridiculous like that rather than just plain bad, honestly fair. Like, speaking of ridiculous, what the fuck is this accent? I love the fake British accents in this game sometimes.
It's okay. I'm here.
It's okay.
You've got nothing to fear.
I'm here.
But you have to be brave too, Lucille. Even when I'm not around.
This is the same quality of British accent that I do for my freaking Southern American accent for Jonas. Like, they're equally bad. Like, I don't know what a freaking Southern accent sounds like, and I don't know how to imitate it, and neither does this person. A British accent. I'm sorry, it's just true.
Be brave.
I choked back a scream and woke up in a cold sweat. With my heart pounding in my ears, it takes a while to remember where I am. Alright, we can skip through this. La la la, I'm ignoring that accent talk. I don't want to be angry. La la la. Why would it make you angry? Because the accent is bad, or because you think I'm because you what about it makes you angry? The only horror here is the news Hannah has brought forth yesterday, and the very idea of me being a father. Wait, what? Oh, the whole horror is being a father. You hear the deafening silence or the biting chill spreading across every room in the place. It means I have the bigger problem at hand. It's on a whim that I've chosen to cook. Sure, I have a lot of other things I could have done instead, but cooking distracts me and I do find it relaxing on the rare occasion I step up to the task. On the tray, okay, that actually makes me very hungry. On the tray, 2 plates of roti paired with spicy beans, boiled eggs, hash browns, and bacon topped off with peppers, courgettes, and akis. I can't get back to sleep after my abrupt awakening earlier. Although I did think about drinking in some 40 winks, I've changed my mind at the reminder that my very pregnant wife is sick in bed. I love my alcohol, no doubts, but there are times when even I shouldn't drink. As it is, I'm running on nothing but 2 cups of coffee. The surprise on Hannah's face is apparent the moment I step into her bedroom holding a breakfast tray. But it quickly changes to a look of delight as I place it around her bed.
Good morning! What's all this then? Oh, that does smell good.
Yes, because I agree with you. I am so hungry but I can't chill in the game and cook at the same time. It's okay, we will suffer through our hunger together. Just gotta get through this game fast.
I made breakfast. In hindsight, I probably should have prepared something a lot healthier for you.
Oh, don't you fuss. This is absolutely perfect. A little grease isn't going to kill me. Feels like forever since I last had your cooking.
I don't see what you're so enthusiastic for. I'm no master chef. I won't be too mad if you tell Johannes to cook something else for you.
Too mad.
That just means more for me, of course.
I can't wipe the grin off my face when Hannah takes a bite and she looks like she's enjoying what I've made. It would be a lie to say I'm not glad or proud that I can make her happy. Though perhaps I haven't been able to do that as of late, but Hannah needs me now, and that counts for something, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't think I can finish this all. But I should, shouldn't I? After all, I am eating for 3.
I forgot that she had twins. I forgot that she was carrying twins. I feel a terrible pit in my stomach at the reminder. I try to feel a sad pit with food anyway. This is just me on a daily basis. If you are in my Discord, you will see how often I freaking eat my feelings away. Whoops. But bloody hell, I don't think I'm ready to raise a child, let alone 2 of them. There's nothing else that can be done other than steel myself for fatherhood.
Speaking of you 3, what did Dr. Hobbs say? How are you and the babies?
It looks like such a gremlin when his brow on the bottom left smiles. He does.
The physician took some of my blood. I'll go through some other tests tomorrow to make sure we're fine. I know how you hate hospitals, so I asked Johannes to drive me there. That way you can have some alone time with Kylie too.
Admit it, you just want to leave me alone with a little tyke without any backup.
Don't be like that. You'll do fine, I'm sure. And she'll love spending the day with her fairy godfather.
And hey, it's good fatherhood practice. Of course, I can just look at it like it's practice. I do want to be a good father. This is literally what I was just saying. It's good practice. He wants to be a good father. Not like my own. No, I don't think any practice in being a parent would have helped him. He hadn't cared about his son until he sired, until he learned that he was ill and was not long for this world. And even when he did find me, he still cared very little. I definitely do not want to become like Damien Wright. These honestly both seem like decent options. Let's see about
Just worried
Yoda.
about you, Hana. You sure you don't want me to go with you to the hospital tomorrow?
Really? I mean, I guess it makes sense since she is more worried he doesn't care about the children. I guess that makes sense.
I'm just worried about the children, Hana. I know you can take care of yourself just fine. You're one tough cookie.
Kyle's the name of the giant child. Kylie, her name is, yes. That is a child with a giant head. There's only one child in this game, and it's that one.
Look at you, already becoming a great father. One day, when the kids are all grown up, I'll tell them the story of how their dad is being a great big worrywart. Just leave being pregnant to me, alright?
My hand moves to Hannah's stomach, which has yet to grow too much beyond its usual size. There is some pudge hidden behind her dresses. I'm half expecting to feel something, perhaps a kick. We always talk about how that sensation means everything, proof of life that goes beyond the growing belly, but of course it's far too early for
I
that.
still can't believe it, you know? I didn't think it would ever happen. We're going to have kids.
A shame, I certainly needed grounding. It would help me get my head around what's going on.
How are you feeling about all of this?
Yeah, it's only a great father. Didn't just reload a save. Listen, no. I want to defend myself on that one. Like, I get that in Luke's specific situation, it's important to worry about the kids because, you know, she doesn't know how he feels about it. But in general, I think people overlook how important it is to keep looking out for, like, the parents instead of just worrying about the kids. Like, yeah, the kids are important, but, like, some parents have a tendency of forgetting that their partner is also still in need of support. So I will defend myself on that choice. It's just, you know, like specific circumstances. I totally agree. Good. I don't know how I feel actually. Worry is the first thing that comes to mind, and I don't think I'll ever stop feeling that. That's what I brought this on, isn't it? And it would be awful of me to say that I'm not happy at the news, excited even. But that all did not stop me from feeling the same fear I had when Hannah first told me all of this. I was so afraid. So am. I never gave thought to being a father until now. But I'm already afraid for them, their safety, and the world they would find themselves born into. I'm afraid for them because of me, the bastard who will be their father. The only consolation that comes to mind is the fact that they'll have someone like Hannah as their mother. Like I told Miss Pink, I never want to spawn anything. Though I truly did not mean to call a child, even an unborn one, an abomination. Of all the people in this room, I'm the closest one to being a monster after all.
I'm alright. You're good, so I don't see why I shouldn't be.
I also wouldn't have known for sure here. I mean, I get why, but at the same time,
I'm not the one carrying a pair of brats around in my belly, am I? Just think about it. 2 tiny humans are inside of you and you're going to swell up like a watermelon.
Don't tell it to a pregnant woman, that's not very nice.
If you can get through this, so can I.
I'm afraid, but the smile that Hannah gives me is enough for me to believe that everything will be fine. We eat the rest of our meal in a companionable silence, and if I shuffle some food off my plate onto Hannah, she makes no comment on it.
Come on then, sunshine. Eat up. Can't have any of you starving on my watch now, can I?
I say it in a joking manner, but I'm entirely serious about making sure they didn't starve in every sense of the word. I know it is an impossibility to be lacking when it comes to food with how well off we are. There are other things a person can be starved of. Affection, attention. I could probably think about a third word that fits with the letter A, but I digress. Soon enough, our plates are clear and I put them away. There's no objection to it either, as a quiet yawn escapes our lips and our eyes start to droop. Indeed, the urge to sleep is high after having a full meal with an inviting bed. But sleep isn't what I want or need right now. I'm quiet as I can be when I make my exit, tray of food in one hand. Which I'm quick to pass off to Johannes as soon as I see him.
Johannes, look after her. I just need to get out.
Wait, this is Neil. I don't think I remember him going out. This entire scene seems Neil. Stretch my legs, clear my mind, think, oh, this is where he goes to the garden and sees the ghost. Actually, no, we have seen this. I don't think having screaming, crying babies will give me much time for that once Hannah gives birth.
Is everything alright? Should I be worried?
I just have to say, this road line is weird when look like that. I think we should put him into cold sleep. Yeah, I agree. This Luke is off-putting. It's the same thing I felt when Brachio survived for too many times. I was like, this feels wrong. This feels off. Something is not right here.
Everything is good. Really. Best I've ever felt in quite some time, I think.
Well, I think that's cause for concern. Shall I expect to find a corpse in need of cleanup?
I can only shake my head and grin. The deadpan delivery both amusing me and making me wonder if he's joking or not. It can easily be half and half. There's been an instant or two where that did happen. Okay, Luke. Okay, Luke. But I don't give him an answer. Let him keep guessing and step out for a breath of fresh air. Okay, there we go. Creepy. Creepy, creepy. Really, a little sleep was had, and I feel completely drained come morning. Even when Hannah rises from the bed in spite of a mild fever and invites me down to breakfast, I can't be bothered to drag myself out from the comfort of the sheets. It's not like I need to do something particularly important today. The reading that started sometime during the night doesn't help the mood. Okay, maybe it helps her still a little. The strange sunny weather has been nice and all, but words are returned as it should be feels like a good sign of things to come. Perhaps things will settle back to normal and the crazy drama that's gone on lately will die down. The rhythmic pitter-patter of the rain fills the early morning silence with a steady beat. Thank goodness I don't have anywhere to be in a hurry today. I don't have to be anywhere in a hurry today. I would hate to be caught unawares in this rain. When Helen looks outside, it seems the weather is making up for all the sunny days it has given us with good old-fashioned downpour. It does let up within a quarter of an hour. However, a day beginning with a cloudburst like this, locals usually take it as an immediate sign. Luxburg's abysmal weather. Luxburg's abysmal weather is back, likely for good. I hope they did a damn good job of fixing this place because I'd rather have to deal with leaky roofs. The Hannah might find humor in it and perhaps ask me to sing in their vein to wear out my anger. I don't like the idea that the realty did a horrible patch job with the place. Hannah technically paid millions for this place. It better live up to the price the realty company sold it for. Not that it's something she should be fretting about at the moment, when her health's not at its best. Anna's going to be brought to the hospital for a checkup today, and if anything, I prefer that she focus on getting better. That fever, no matter how slight it is, can be good for unborn children after all, very true. Perhaps a proper rest is all she needs, but I'd rather not assume things. I'm a businessman, not a doctor. Wonder of wonders why I even bothered agreeing to babysitting Jody at that. But here I am, scared as today's babysitter for the swear-ass brat, once her father drops her off at the mission steps. Nor does worry for much later. If I wish to, I can ask that nobody bother me while I doze off into a cocoon of comforters. But as always, somebody has to be a buzzkill.
Are you really going to stay in bed all day?
What do you want? It's far too early to deal with your nosiness.
You must have been really rattled by what happened yesterday. If you need to talk about it, I am quite qualified in that regard.
And you aren't even the slightest bit bothered. Truly, not even the slightest bit worried?
I was worried. But I realized that it's not my life in danger, is it?
I never change, Johannes. You are the only decent character in this game.
My worrying will not help matters. Neither will yours.
I also was thinking the same thing about Dracula, but I try not to recycle jokes too much. But while I joke about it, it's because I can't spoil shit and I'm going crazy about it, so I meme about it in full copia. That's fair. Mostly I have to admit, he is right. The whole thing might have rattled me, but there's little point in jumping at every shadow I see from the corner of my eye. I shouldn't lose my head for a threat that might not even come. I should know better by now. But I've never been this worried about a possible threat on my life before. I'll be honest here. If anyone is in danger, it's Hannah. I can take care of myself just fine. With security tightened, I'll have at least one guard, if not 5, making sure nobody gets within 10 feet of me without my say-so. Hannah, on the other hand, is pregnant and will be away for most of the day, and it is a small relief that Johannes will be with her.
Are there any updates about the woman?
It's crazy to say this about a character that kills people though. No, but like, here's the thing. He is the reason why Johannes feels so much more real to me than anyone else is because Johannes is the only character that realizes how fucking weird all of the characters in this game are. Like, he's the only character that feels self-aware, and that is why he stands out to me as being the only reasonable one. Like, he is also messy. He is also written weird. His accent is also fake, but at least he feels self-aware, and that fixes a lot of things. Also, yes, he is killing people. He is like a hitman, I'm pretty sure. Being in the dark has me on edge. Information, any at all, may very well help me in calming down.
I've already briefed security about her, and more from the agency will be arriving tonight. But they haven't seen anyone fitting the description.
So you have nothing then? Fat lot of use you guys are. What do I even pay you for? Do me a favor. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on your way out.
Well, there is something. It's about McCulloch.
Can anyone blame me if I show the tiniest bit of interest? She's still not done with the house, and she's nice enough. You are about to become a father. Stop cheating. Stop. Let's go back to sleep, are gone.
I called her secretary about taking the day off. He hasn't heard from her over the weekend.
It feels like he's the one with the emotional intelligence then. Yes. It's just yes. He's the only character with emotional intelligence for sure.
She's probably passed out after enjoying a pint or 2 or 10 in a bar somewhere.
More like passed out in your basement.
She's an adult. It was the weekend. She's allowed to disappear and not think about work. Fuck.
Oh boy. To think I might be doing it again soon with Hannah's children, with our children, kids of my own flesh and blood. In a few months' time, I'll be cradling them in my arms, hearing their ring of their laughters against my ears. It's a tender thing to think about. And despite myself, in spite of all the fears that I will never be good enough for them, I'm actually looking forward to it.
Of course I didn't, you little rugrat. I just had to take care of something before you arrived.
I am so glad I get to skip over the kindly scenes. She mentions Miss Pink, Rebecca, which I listened to with half an ear. Our initial meeting had been a mess, but I can't quite find myself to listen to stories about her teacher wholeheartedly, the phantom sting in my hand still itching. She talks of the sad man in the park, and of our new friend who likes to play hide and seek when she's not sniffing in the loo. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the kid is trying to make me feel guilty. I want to say that the little tyke is evil for making me feel so. Wait, why? Oh, because of not being,
But I understand. When I get sick, Papa and Mama have to leave me with their maids, too.
Just let her, yes, just let her. I just feel like it's playing it safe to have multiple children for that way it's strategy game style. What? Well, that is a wild thing to say, considering he had the whole pregnancy allegation scene.
Well, they don't take care of you?
That doesn't sound right. Even my mom took care of me when I was sick as a child.
Well, they're always busy with work.
Oh, I see. I guess that's no good.
I know she doesn't mean to accuse me of anything, but as her father's boss, maybe I do overwork Suarez a bit. There's a lot of responsibilities only he is capable of carrying out. Delegation is a thing, sure, but once said responsibilities are legally questionable at best, putting others to the task isn't always an option. But
maybe your papa is in need of some vacation time. He deserves it, doesn't he? He's a hard worker. I could arrange something for the holidays.
I could cut him some slack. Some of his assignments can wait. I can't do much for her mom. She's one of my employees, but this would have to suffice. It will be worth it if it makes the little girl happy, because just like that, the somber look on her face turns to one of pure joy. It's like looking at a little sun, warm and bright. It's nice to do something kind every now and then.
Would you really, Teal?
Also, I don't think I greeted you, but hi, honestly, Godzilla, hello.
Would you like that?
I'd like that very much, yeah! We can go to this museum! There's one with lots of cool trains and planes! I like trains!
I like trains. Neum. I'm sorry, that just made me feel ancient, but I had to, okay, I had to.
And there's the local manor theme park! And a monkey forest! There's a kid adventure farm too, the wacky warehouse, and a play barn as well, and...
Whoa, slow down there, Munchkin. I know you're excited, but I think you should let me schedule your dad's day off before you plan a whole year's worth of stuff.
Okay, boomer, don't you dare call me a boomer for that. Don't you dare call me a boomer for that. That is not boomers. That I'm literally going to my Discord right now and making a poll. You're forcing me to make a poll. Is I like trains a boomer joke? It's true. Omni made me do this. There we go. Go join my Discord so you can find out whether I like trains is a boomer joke or not. You said to yourself you felt ancient? Well, yes, because it's old, but not boomer levels of old. It's like, what, 10 years old? That's not that old. I am not old. Anyways, there's an embarrassed giggle, but she really does reel herself in, enough to calm down, which is a feeling of itself. It's obvious how giddy she is. And if she wasn't looking forward to the holidays before, like any child should, she does now.
I think Tia would be really happy if you were with her. You could have told me you needed to go to the hospital with her, Teal. I won't be angry.
I'd love to be with her, but I wanted to spend time with you, Munchkin. And she told me to stay.
I have to Google that. I'm pretty sure it's like 2014, which is like 12 years ago. Who voted yes? Omni, why?
Besides, I don't like hospitals. They always smell like alcohol. Not the good kind either.
Of course, the first thing his mind goes to is the alcohol. He would be that patient where, maybe not after this whole pregnancy character arc, but if you lock him up in the hospital ward, he's gonna start drinking the medical alcohol because he needs his fill.
I don't think anybody likes hospitals. They're scary.
16 years ago? Oh, it's from 2010? Oh no. Oh no, a gray hair has appeared on my head. Oh no. That feels wrong. That feels very wrong.
But you said Tia is brave and strong.
That she is.
A content silence goes over us as we go back to scribbling. And I stop when I'm done with my blue dog cringing at how awful it looks. Kelly reprimands me for that because I should be like her. The little tyke goes through several sheets of paper, one drawing after another. See, I am not old though. I am really not. Practicing, she says, because practice makes perfect. Not to mention, there's a drawing contest coming up in class and she just has to be Tim from Class C who says girls can't be superheroes. Fuck you, Tim from Class C. The clay gets a turn too, but we're still sculpting food and pretending we're Michelin chefs. When we're too tired from tossing pizza and making cakes, there's no trouble in finding another activity more relaxing for the both of us. I find myself invested in reading the picture of Dorian Gray once more. Often I lose myself in the pages of the book. However, it is very difficult to do so while I'm also trying to keep an eye and ear out for Kylie. I've been reading the same paragraph over and over again even. Inexplicably, I can feel my skin crawl when the little girl sits with Narcissa by the parlor's fireplace humming, singing. Though I ignore it long enough to hear only the tone of the song.
Everything is up in flames, up in flames, up in flames. Everything is up in flames, my fair lady.
What did I say about Kylie and London Bridge? Please stop. I don't think I can spend any more time with Kylie considering how high-strung I feel. Oh, I guess we're skipping. Looking ghost. Yeah, Lucas paranoid. Yeah. This is, skipping. Intruders in his house. Skipping. Bully gun out on everyone. For what reason at the top of the stairs, I can easily make out their forms, recognize them even. It's all gone crazy when these intruders come into my house. I'm no stranger to a cop playing dirty. The smart ones do that neither life nor criminals are going to play fair. And in front of this walk, Sword is in on this, I'm not surprised too. But Lily, the estate agent, she doesn't seem the sort. And Daisy too, what will Kylie think of her own Miss Pink if the poor psych finds out about this? Not to mention Mint, Hannah trusted her. I trusted her to be professional at the very least, for fuck's sake. To top all the love, they all have the nerve to look surprised when I announce my presence.
Well, what have we here? If I were any less sober, I'd say this is the beginning of a joke.
Bloody trespassers, what is wrong with these people? Do they really think I'll be fine with them walking into my home like this? What are they even doing in here? If I didn't know any better, they might also be behind Hannah's disappearance.
That's right, my love.
They must have a motive.
Make them pay.
And it better be a good one. Or a bullet to the head is the least all of them will deserve.
Let's see. A photographer, a high school teacher, a real estate agent, an interior designer walk into a mansion.
Thunder crackles once again, cutting me off. This time, its sound hits close enough that it nearly feels as if the windows and the ground itself are rumbling. All is deadly still for a moment. It doesn't let me stop, however, I don't let it stop me, however, as I slowly make my way towards them, taking one careful step at a time, relishing the expressions of fear in their eyes. I suppose there is something ominous in this setting with the heavy rain outside and the lack of light in here. I kinda like it, to be honest, add something to the atmosphere. I suppose I must look like the villain now. But short of me getting close to them, a noise to my left distracts me, briefly halting my movements while curiosity takes over every murmur in my head. And it's a good thing, perhaps, that I did, because as soon as I look up, I see him. Another trespasser, great. Just he's about to jump down from the furniture that somehow ended up piled and blocking the door to the parlor. What happened there, and did he really think it's alright to do it in other people's houses? Loud.
Teach him, my lord. Put him in his place.
My hand's already moving before any rationale can stop me, fingers firm with my gun when I finally release the safety from when I take aim. Not him, but at his friends. They are his, aren't they? Why else would they be here together? Doesn't matter, he will let people he cares about be harmed. My finger on the trigger is more itching to shoot, but I hold back. Sure, I could have simply taken aim at him, but more than seeing him bleed, I want to see the expression on his face once he realizes everything he's doing is futile. He's trapped. Lives are in my hand, his life's in my hand.
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two. People these days, in my own home. Can you believe it? I feel so left out.
I can tell the exact moment the realization dawns on him. A short second of his body freezing and blood draining from his face as soon as his feet hits the floor and he looks up. He's already a prey trapped by his own recklessness.
Pathetic.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about little Lily over there, then? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay?
So you also say Neon Cat is not old? I grew up enjoying the Neon Cat meme. It's not old. It's not old. It's not old. It's not old. I'm looking. No, never. Yes, the no is winning. There's currently 3 votes for no and 2 votes for for yes. See, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's not old. Okay, streamer, you will stay young forever. Yes, obviously. I'm a bee who is found eternal youth. I will never be old.
Oh, we're doing good, by the way.
Sir, please.
Oh, please what?
Becca's right, sir. We need to get out of this place. You need to leave.
Tut, not a good enough excuse, darling. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight. Don't worry, I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman. Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week.
Okay, but to be fair, you were the Discord chef, so of course they will vote like you. No, Ami. You underestimate how much my Discord, and in general my community, loves to shit on me. Like, actually, you should know, you love mocking me with shamming and stuff too. You love making fun of me. All of my Discord loves making fun of me. My Discord would rather disagree with me than agree with me. I'd say the fact that you're agreeing with me actually is more telling. So shush. That's not true at all.
Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Fair enough. You did bait me successfully. It's just a passing remark, of course. I'm not stupid enough to do something that'll bring negative attention to myself. Reputation and all that, I just can't risk it. The thought of having dead bodies here, ones I'm not even responsible for. They're the ones who trespassed. It's already quite too much. It's literally overkill, especially for someone like me. Nevertheless, joke or not, Feathers wastes no time in drawing his own gun at the side wave of my own. Even if he knows it's already too late. Also, I somehow never noticed the fact that Ashton has like the freaking square cutout fingerless gloves. If you already thought he was not e-boy and edgy enough, these gloves just really leave there be no doubts about that fact.
Luke, no!
Hey, now you two are...
And there's Hannah. When a woman's expression turns into one of amusement and her laughter fills the air, I want to call her out on it. There's a rage simmering just beneath my skin. My own screams die in my throat. Unable to muster is a pathetic croak. She laughs as if this is all some sick joke. My breathing becomes a bit too shallow for my liking, and I feel like I'm on a precipice where one more move can lead to someone dying. This is crazy. All of it.
Luke, help me. Please.
So here's the thing.
I can't.
I know that not saving her here like makes her relationship with Luke go down, but I'm pretty sure that trying to save her here will just get her actually killed. But I'm gonna have to try just for the sake of finding out if it will make their relationship stay high. So I might accidentally kill Hannah here, but that's okay. Something in me snaps. There's a switch in my head that wants to go one way or the other. I have to... I'm just gonna have to give it a try. Accidentally kill? Yeah, sure. Kikurushka, no, genuinely. Here's the thing. I think this will get her killed. However, this option makes her relationship go down, and I'm trying to get the high relationship ending, so I have to give this a try at least. It will genuinely be an accident. What am I doing? Why am I even hesitating? I won't go so far as to claim that I'm any sort of decent human being, but this is Hannah, my wife, I'm talking about here. What sort of husband, what sort of father would I be if I just stood idly by when she was in danger? Doesn't change the fact that this is all fucking insane, of course. Having all these intruders is crazy. To think about going at this thing is crazy. I can hardly classify it as a person in my eyes. Perhaps a maggot that needs to be crushed under my shoe, just like the rest of the story lot, or the person Harley. But I care for none of it, they don't matter. All that matters is Hannah and my children are in danger. But a cold pours over me, freezes me ablaze once more when I try to make demands. I have to take a deep breath, grit my teeth, and steel my fist to find the courage to speak up.
Let go of her! Don't hurt her! Whatever it is you want, just don't you dare hurt her!
And if my voice isn't as firm as I like, it doesn't matter. I won't beg and plead if I have to. On my knees, bend my fucking proud neck and maybe even break it, just make sure she's safe. I'm sorry, Luke, you do not have the skills necessary to grovel. You're not pathetic enough. Like, you are pathetic, but you don't have the acceptance of your pathetic nature. I'm sorry. That skill's still locked. It's not her life alone that is in danger. Our children's lives are on the line, even mine perhaps. Because I don't know what I would do if anything happened to Hannah. I will plead for the woman who will be the mother of my children. The cold stillness is gone from my body and my very skin feels like it's on fire. And I have to shout, scream at her when Hannah continues to cry out in pain.
What do you want? Money? Is that it?
There's an achievement for when you sham maxing with everyone. Luke's patheticness got roasted, yeah. He has no skills, not even the skill of pathetic.
I give you however much you want.
Luke, please make it stop. I want it to stop.
Just stop whatever it is you're doing to her. Can't you see she's hurting?
I cannot stand for this.
Let go of her! Now!
I say it with such ridiculous conviction, and of course she won't listen. Why would she? She has the upper hand here. There's no reason for her to do as I ask. But her voice is but a whisper and deathly slow, and I'm hard-pressed to hear it over the pounding of my heart in my ears. She speaks, the woman from the gardens and the servant girl from the ballroom. From the hallucinations, visions, memories, whatever they were. A hush settles over the room as we listen.
Do you really wish to be with her?
I legit wonder what would be its highest status a Gnosha character. What would be his highest stat? I feel like maybe charisma? Like, he does get his way with things, whether whether you like it or not. Like, he gets people to act in his little circus to get people to behave the way that he wants. So I feel like that makes sense. There are no second thoughts.
More than anything, so please, let her go.
Her expression doesn't change. I have this most awful feeling that wasn't the answer she was looking for. I can see how the woman's finger tightens around Hannah's throat. It was certainly not the relationship that was the issue. Her breath tightens around Hannah's throat, hear the hitch in her breath, and I feared I'd made the worst decision in speaking out. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of happening. I didn't think she will listen. Yes, she does. I hand on Hannah's back since they're falling down the stairs. I move to catch her, and as this bro sprawling at the foot of the stairs, no, she is fine. With back to the ground and her on top of me, the pain doesn't even register in my head. All I get worried about is Hannah and the baby's well-being as I pull the both of us away from the ground and the stairs, away from her.
Are you alright, Hannah? Are you hurt?
I don't want to insult a voice actor for the flaws of a character, but the delivery on these lines that are supposed to be Luke genuinely, like, being emotional and vulnerable, I'm sorry, but the delivery does not hit. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. I don't like the event name Alive for Alive. Yeah, that's what made me think that Hannah was gonna die. It takes much too long for my liking before she speaks. All she's able to do for a moment is whimper in pain and hand to her throat. When she does, she manages to speak. Her voice is far too faint along with the hole she has on my arm. It's terrifying to see her like this, and to think I nearly lost her.
We are fine, Luke. I'm sorry, just give me a moment.
For a moment we forget, but
You deserve each other.
just hearing her voice trigger something in Hannah, she starts to tear up. Her face contorts to the one of pain and fear. But I grab her by the shoulders to keep her in place so that she can see me and only me, and so that I can only see her too.
Look at me, Hannah. Look, I'm here. You're safe. I won't let her hurt you again. You understand? Just breathe.
I don't know exactly what in the bloody hell is going on, yet I can't find it in me to care, whoever these people are, whatever they're here for. These are not acceptable conditions for a pregnant woman. For all I know, it is some dumb charade to get to me. All the times I've seen this woman before, it could have been an act to get to me, to get under my skin. And I think they dare hurt Hannah. For all The fear that I had felt seeing her touch Hannah, I can only think of her as an actress in grotesque makeup. My hand still shakes, the fear not having quite gone, but anger fills me as I look at the woman as near my face.
How dare you! I don't care who you are, but how dare you touch Hannah! I want you out of my house, out before I call the police and have you put away for the rest of your miserable life! And that goes for all of you!
I hold my ground, firm and strong with my declaration. But the nerve of her, she just laughs in my face. A terrible, dreadful laugh that makes me feel as if there are ants crawling on my skin and maggots squirming into my ears.
You are telling me to get out of your house? You threatened to lock me up?
She laughs and she laughs.
What's so funny? What are you laughing at? None of this is funny!
But she persists and it almost feels like her voice is in my head.
Oh, no different. No different. You're all the same. You can all suffer together.
And that is when everything turns to complete and utter shite. I told you, like, you can see so easily in the composition of these images when someone has died, like where she was supposed to stand. It's a slow thing, a whisper more than a bang, a bang, as darkness screams into every corner of the room. The walls shudder and groan, blood runs from the ceiling, crawls down the walls, and stains the floor. It was as if life itself was being sucked from the house, slowly but surely. Not sure if it's the voice actor or not, I'm also not sure. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know Luke's voice actor. I know some of the other voice actors in this game. I'm not familiar with Luke's. It could be bad voice direction, which I think is 100% possible because this game. But also, this is the first one where I'm not sure if it's the voice actor or the voice direction because that delivery is rough. I guess if you don't get context for the scene, it also makes it harder to like land the delivery correctly. And I guess it would be kind of hard to make Luke's character sound like he's genuine in this kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not sure. It could be either or. A lot of these kind of deliveries don't work for me because they speak like he is acting a theater play. Yeah, I agree. The beauty of this place is gone, but only dead, decaying remains of mansion left in its wake. I don't have to wonder if it's just a foyer that's become a nightmarish place. I can already hear it, gone in the growling of thunder and lashing of rain and wind against the foyer's high windows. All of it has been replaced by a more grating sound. A cacophony of voices from nowhere and everywhere echoing throughout the horrid walls. Voice that neither belongs to us nor the people who live here.
What's going on?
Who wouldn't be shocked? This is insane. Even Daisy, feisty woman that she is, trembles at the sight of it, clinging desperately to Lily-Well's steel and feathers stand protectively in front of the tail. Brave of them, I have to admit, to put themselves in the front line like that. Though it doesn't necessarily mean they don't feel the same fear as the rest of us. Something I don't blame them for. Seems to be no end in sight to this insanity. If anything, this only feels like it's the beginning of the end.
Who are you? Stay away! No. Stay away. Stay away.
Their screams fill the mansion. She laughs a little while, a harsh agonizing sound that goes over what feels like forever. So there's nothing but silence, her horrid smile, pale hands reaching out for me. Calling, beckoning, pleading. I'm terrified, I really am, like I should be. But I've never been one to truly stay afraid. I've long learned that fear will not get me anywhere. I've learned to use this burning hate inside me to survive. There's no difference now.
Stay away from me!
Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share. This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay together.
I still have no context for what any of this means because they just didn't tell me in the first ending I got.
Different from you.
What is she talking about, Luke? What does she mean?
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone. Hana, you're the one who bought this house. How should I know what she's babbling about? I never even wanted to be here in the first place.
A terrible case of mistaken identity. That must be it, I'm quite sure of it. I don't know this woman, this monster. Why would I say something like that to someone like her? In my entire lifetime, I've only made and kept sincere promises to two mere people, Hannah Evans and Eleanor Chandler. No one else. The rest of those people who claim I promised anything to them go fuck themselves. Bloody hell, I may enjoy the company of women, but I am not an idiot to start spouting such nonsense to anyone. You guys explain the story update? No, the story updates tell you absolutely nothing. Here, I'll go to the last one. Yeah, it's literally just like, she was holding Hannah hostage. When they update, it's usually for something that's already finished happening, so it doesn't really tell you much. She still goes on and insists, making me appear a liar in front of these people. I've already read this, I feel like, but it's not letting me skip.
You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
She's lying!
You see, my love, nothing has changed. Still no difference, you and I. Just like the rest of us. Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes. Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
She, the monster, reaches out again, her hands of Gloria pour inside along with that smile spread across her face. My pulse already moving on instinct, stumbling back one step at a time in a desperate bid to be away from her. Anything to put distance between me and this wild creature. No matter what she says, I am nothing like her. I need to get out of this house, out of this country preferably. Take Hannah with me, we could start a new life out of this dreadful city, start a family. There's nothing for us here. Our parents are long gone, nothing to keep us tied to this place. Shotgun has likely been taken by this woman, and he's not what binds me to this wretched city. I only need Hannah. We can leave, we can.
Careful, Luke!
My foot steps on something, sliding me back on my back, sliding back on my back and flat on the floor. Besides me, a paper, familiar one, flutters down. It's this thing again from the open house. It feels less like a gimmick and more like a threat with fierce defense. Must have fallen from one of these peasants in the commotion earlier. For a moment they appear conflicted to see it in my hands, but wisely keep their opinions to themselves. Leaving the damn thing to simply bear its grisly message for everyone in the room to see. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. As I said, this is what I've been telling us. Why everything in my life has gone to shite because of a stupid old letter. An invitation indeed. One I am not willing to accept, not any time. Her gait remains so awkward as she walks forward, that smile never leaving her. But I won't give her a chance. I'm not dying here, I'm certainly not giving myself to a hideous creature like her either. Adrenaline kicks in, despite my gasps and burned glances from Daisy's friends. But I have no mind as I reach for the main door and... Without warning, it snaps open, revealing that the mission grounds like I'm expecting. Before my mind could even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, dragging every person in the foyer into the room. None of us even get to scream, with darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing.
Understand where your place is now, my love.
Should we help them? There is no helping them. You cannot fix her.
You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
There's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room, I'm on my feet. I'm reaching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement. Using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. I cannot trust these people not to turn on me. Bloody hell, even Hannah's giving me the same looks as them now. The minute has already gone lewd, carries to the corner, muttering to herself. You can't really say anyone's safe from her. I cannot trust anyone, not anymore. Not after this. Despite the bleeding look Lily shoots my way, while they all huddle in the corner behind steel and fetters. But I have to remind myself that even people like her are capable of doing me unpleasant. She's only human after all, it's never an excuse. Even Hannah has her cunning, manipulative moments, though she doesn't much subtler than I. Why would Lily even show this letter to us that day if not to save herself? I guess it backfired on her now that their own friends are also stuck here. Still, I have every right to be livid. Everything that I've built is falling apart. All because these people came into our lives.
You! All of you! This is all your fault! If I've died in this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me!
Put that knife down, Lucille.
Hey now, Mr. Wright. I know the situation ain't good, but we have to calm down. We're all in the same boat here.
You shut your mouth! If it weren't for you, for this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened!
And blaming everyone in this room isn't going to get us out of this place. Please put that knife down, darling. You might hurt yourself.
Are you taking their side? You're also stuck in this nightmare, Buttercup! What about the children? Aren't you the least bit worried about them? That creature is out to get us, and you're still defending these people!
I'm not defending anyone, Luke. I'm just trying to be reasonable when you're clearly not.
Oh, of course you're not. You're just the one who bought this bloody mansion to begin with. If I didn't know any better, you did this on purpose!
Why, no! Why would I ever do that? This was only meant to be an anniversary gift.
Since we talked about it, I just feels like Luke's voice actor is as natural as most others. Yeah, I do agree.
For you! For us! For the family we're going to have!
I mean, it feels like it could partially be a choice because Luke is just Luke, but I don't know. I'll see. It could be either or. Again, I'm not gonna say much more on it because I don't want to put blame when I don't actually know where it belongs. Just as good in general. I don't know.
Right, anniversary gift. Oh, here's your gift, darling. Oh, by the way, there's a curse included in that package. I hope that's all right. Are you really that eager to get rid of me, Hannah? Because if that's what you've been meaning to do all this time, you might as well just put a knife in my back while I'm...
Suddenly Hannah steps up and steps the knife away from my hand. Said knife slides uselessly under the table out of my reach. Before my mind registers what's happening, a sharp blow explodes in my side of my head, suddenly revealing backwards. The fucking stock punch sound makes me laugh every time. Sometimes I forget.
Don't you dare, Luke! Don't you dare imply I've ever thought of you that way!
I would agree, but I think more on the voice actor playing, except if he was instructed to play a cartoonish evil voice, which is possible. I think it's very possible. That's why I'm saying, like, oh. The punch noise. Yeah, it's great. That Hannah is never the weak woman I believed her to be. This is literally just the same dialogue I've already read, but I don't know what's not letting me skip. How did I come to think of her as such? She used to be someone I can look up to, isn't she? Well, look at her now, the way she stands facing the tall man like... I was about to be like, tall man? Luke is not tall. But stands tall facing a man like me, the same way she has done so all those years ago. I can't help but think, yeah, no, Luke is freaking short, I'm pretty sure. Let me check, actually. Yeah, he's 5'8". I'm not responsible for taking that part of herself away from her. As your time as Mrs. Luke, right? What a bunch of shite. Realizing this, I can only look away when she reaches up and places a hand on my face. Gone is the anger, and only a soft smile remains while she looks at me with a shine in her eyes. You said the last time I have the same height as him? Heck you. Listen. I have upgraded since last time I played this game. Last time I played this game, I still believed that I was in fact 5'8" as well. But I have since upgraded. I have since remeasured myself and realized that no, in fact I surpassed Luke's height, and so I legally have the right to call him short. I have ascended to a higher degree of people I can call short now. So sorry, it has to be done. The 7 years we've been together, I've been nothing but a piece of shite to her. Yet here she still smiling at me the way she has done so many years ago. I mean, like 5'8" is objectively not even short. I'm literally just saying it because I want to be mean. Ban streamer, please, sorry. No moths around to ban me. It's impossible not to feel like a complete utter trash like this. She's an uncanny way of doing that to me, really, especially when she takes my hand in hers and places it right on her tummy. When we're two tiny babies are growing, ours.
Love, look at me. We've already talked about this. If we are still going to do this, it has to be the two of us. I will stay with you, but things are going to have to change if we want this to work.
Propagating toxic behavior, bullying on stream, so too bad, so sad. People bully me all the time, but no, I cannot bully my chat in return.
We can't keep doubting each other like this.
Not until we find a way out of here.
I'm sure we can. Maybe they know something we don't.
You're going to rely on them for that? These peasants who brought this on us?
Honestly, I don't even think Luke's voice actor is bad. Like, the delivery on these lines is definitely, like, it's not a flat delivery. The delivery is good. It's just, as you said, it's not natural. Like, it doesn't feel, it's good, just not natural.
Keep talking about us like that, and see if any of us here will keep you out of this place.
Rebecca, stop! All of you, stop this!
To hear Lily speak out loud, I can't say I'm not surprised. She has always given me the impression of someone so meek from the moment I've met her, either from her inexperience or her station in life. She has never struck me as someone befitting to be a real estate agent. Until now. Quietly, she puts herself between me and Daisy, cutting whatever scathing words we've yet to hurl at each other. The way she glares at me, it reminds me a little of the way my own mom would look at me. Particularly when I've done something wrong, and it's not a stare she's unused to showing. She has done this before, probably to a younger sibling. Huh. If she only sees us now as a pair of squabbling kids, and not two mature adults, well, that's only to be expected. No doubt that's how she sees us. For a long moment, there's only silence in the room. Seal, the big oaf, doesn't even dare to break it, neither does Feathers. With both merely watching us, bunch of whimsies, men. And it matters when Lily starts speaking again after some of the anger and tension is shifted from her room.
Stop this, please!
Yes, that's how it works. Content creators have to suffer from the unknown masses and be without the fault to be examples for all generations. Nah, too bad. I will take the majority of the bullying, but sometimes you have to accept a stray bullet from my side as well. It's a fair exchange that way.
With or without that damn piece of paper,
A deep breath, an exhale, and as she closes her eyes, a crease forms between her eyebrows while she grips her hand silently in front of her.
we still would have ended up in this mess.
The atmosphere that descends into the room right after that admission is anything but pleasant. Can I call it that, an admission? Seems like it from the way her eyes nervously flicker between her friends and I. She appears to know more than she lets on, and how she makes herself appear smaller after dropping that bomb and doesn't quite sit well with me. Patience is something I don't have the luxury of having right now and bestowing upon other people. What else does this girl know? What else is she not telling us? Because from the looks of this, even her friends have no idea what she's talking about. Unwilling to wait, I grab her arm before she retreats without explanation, waving the letter still in my hand in front of her.
Ow! Sir, you're hurting me!
Hey, hands off her, right? Fuck off, Feathers. I have questions for your friend, and she better have the answers.
Luke, will you stop taking it out on every single person?
Your friend is hiding something, Daisy.
She struggles for a moment, but my hold eventually forced her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spreads across her features, especially when her eyes not on a damn paper. As much as I want to be considered right now, I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
Don't give me that, you know something!
Ow! Please, sir. I know the paper's useless, okay?
At the mention of the letter, all of a sudden, Min stands. I almost forgotten she's here, her ramblings having faded away in the shouting. Without warning, she snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right down and there, but the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly that.
We should have gotten rid of this thing! We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got! No, even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything!
I think it's also literally the height of Shaming. It is. Yeah, just Google Lucas Shaming, same height, coincidence? I think not. No, that is a coincidence. Shaming does not deserve to be compared to Luke. Like, I may be like, ew, not Shaming for the sake of the bit, but I will take Shaming over Luke any day. Shaming does not deserve to be compared to Luke. That is an insult to Shaming. Also, I'm not opposed to calling Shaming short either. Short. I mean, again, it's literally not even short. I'm just literally just doing this because it allows me to bring up the fact that I've leveled up in height, which I think is a funny silly. So no, it's not even short. I'm just being goofy.
I think
you don't know what I've seen, Santos. There were children, victims, all because they had no idea what this thing will do to them. Oh God, those poor souls. They were screaming and begging before she...
I'm gonna start skipping over voice lines. I really don't want to do that, but this is all lines I've read before, and I'm starting to get really tired of just reading the same stuff I've already read.
Then what about those people they mentioned? None of them had seen it. I should know. And I swear I didn't make copies of, even if I wanted to save my...
Is that what the trip to BRC was?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not the
I'm
letter
sorry
that
you
does
believed me
it,
the
it's
first
the
time.
Yet we're all
mention.
here. I have to go with whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already... This cursed thing had...
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know.
Oh, I know, I'm also trying to cope because of how you upgraded apparently. Listen, I really thought like, oh, I've been this height since I was, what, freaking... I think the last time I measured it, like, before this, I was like, what, 16, 17? And I was like, there's no way in hell I have grown taller since that time, because you know that's how female growth pattern works. That's how puberty works. But apparently I was wrong. Apparently I have been lying to people about my height all this time, because apparently, as I found out when I had to actually measure myself for freaking government ID renewal, apparently I am taller than that. Totally not jealous. I mean, listen, it just happened to me, okay? I didn't choose for it to happen.
Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening. There's something else that...
This place.
Steele's been quiet this entire time. The sound of him talking, however, whispered in his, so much to catch us all heard. We all paused staring to him, likely with the same question in our eyes.
What? I mean, I just remembered something, a friend told me.
Streamers alike confirmed to the fridge. No, I literally already confessed to being a liar on Discord. It's... Listen, I... Please don't send me to the fridge. Please don't send me to the fridge. It's like... It's spelled... I'll help you out. It's... There you go. Don't worry, I hate that word too.
You know, stuff about ghosts.
No, it might be... What about this place, Zach?
There's still a moment where he hesitates, but Link's urging eventually spurs him into speaking.
Remember what I told you the last time you and Ash visited? A few days ago?
You mean what Andrew told you? Those were just stories, Zach. It might not even help.
Regardless, Steele pauses while he allows Lily to remember. Soon enough, whatever it is dawns on her, and her face lights up with something like hope. Of all things in this nightmare, hope. Her head snaps up and she reaches for Steele's arm to give it a squeeze. A reassurance or a confirmation, remains lost even to Daisy, who glanced at them baffled.
Belle, what are you...
Becca, it's this place.
What? You mean, like, burn this place down?
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical value.
What? No? We are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasants! I just spent a fortune on this!
Thank you, I felt really dumb. No, don't worry. I don't ask me to spell anything. Like, people say I sound like I am a native English speaker. That is only until you start making me type, because my spelling is absolutely horrible. I do not know how to spell words. So don't worry about it.
Seriously, Luke? Are you really more worried about that?
Buttercup, marching, millions. It's gonna take
Magic,
years
millions,
to get all that money
magic,
back.
millions.
Well, you certainly won't be getting any of that money if you're dead. Really, Luke? Is that more important than your life?
Bloody fucking hell! Not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
It's not only that. Think about it.
Then they proceed to tell some ridiculous narrative about supernatural. Stories about ghosts, legends, curses born out of great anger and pain, and whatever else people use to scare children. Not that I believe any of it, as if knowing will help a bunch of loons these people officially off their rockers. To think I'll be stuck here in this nightmare with people like them. What did I ever do to the world? Of course, it's all absurd until...
I think it's just like what the professor guy said. Just like
I'm
that
really
old
not sure
story.
about the delivery talk. I don't think most of the deliveries are good. I was gonna say with that specific line, I also changed my mind. I don't think the deliveries are good. I think it might be a voice actor problem. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That might be a voice actor problem. That delivery was pretty garbage. It would make sense with the cartoonish the evil thing, but like this... Honestly, there are only two things I can consider, because this is not even if you were like told to act cartoonishly evil, this is not a good delivery even in that context. So there are only two options at this point in my mind, which is one, the voice actor is just not very good, or two, the voice actor was given absolutely no context for anything that's going on and was just told to blindly record into a microphone, knowing nothing about the scene that's going on. That is like the only other option where I can make sense of this. He's just doing it with like a zero continuity, zero context for any of the other lines that are being said around it. Like, because it just doesn't work. I don't think it's rude. We can be critical but respectful about those critics. Yeah, I guess that's true. The voice acting is not quite hitting for me. I don't think the author would instruct to do all that. So yeah, that's why I'm saying like the only reason I can think of where this would happen is if there were no instructions at all, which could very well be the case as well.
This mansion and some other thing might be keeping her here. You know, something they wanted in life but never got to have. Something like that.
Or maybe it's not something, Zachary.
Someone who doesn't have to be uttered out loud. Okay, this is Neil. We didn't get this last time because Rebecca was dead. Who doesn't have to be uttered out loud. There's only one person in this room who the woman calls after. Every single one of them has heard it. Bloody hell, it's in a reluctant shift in Davy's eyes when they flicker over to me, though only briefly. She's also holding information on her own, perhaps a realization she's just had. Doesn't matter, I know what people have slowly started to turn on me, as they think I lasted this long in this cutthroat world. Betray them before they do the same thing to you. Put a knife in their back before they can act. Kill or be killed, survival in a nutshell. What now, are they going to throw me at this creature, see what happens to save themselves? I am no fool.
No. You're all in on this, aren't you?
Yeah, we should realize we were really trying to grasp Miss Charles to excuse Luke's voice, and at one point we may have to stop. Hashtag copium. No, you're right. I don't want to insult any voice actors, that's why I'm grasping as Charles, but I do realize I'm grasping as Charles. Because, like, it's not like this game, like, there's a lot of games out there that just didn't have the budget to hire voice actors, and so they just went with, like, people who don't have much experience. Like, in those cases, I am fine being critical of the voice actors, because, like, it's understandable. It's understandable that the voice acting is not always going to be perfect. But this is a game that put a lot of budget into its voice actors. At least I'd assume so, because they are like not small names. These are like actual voice actors who have done like big projects. Like, that's why I'm hesitant to be critical, because like it's not like they didn't have access to good voice actors, is all I'm saying.
Are you people implying that my husband, that we should just...
Of course! Of fucking course!
Luke, that isn't what I...
Are you all going to stoop that low?
It's nothing like that, Ash. All we're saying is that maybe he might be able to do something about this.
Drop it, you guys. We're not leaving anyone here.
Just like that, their bickering begins anew. Bloody peasants. My head's already aching just listening to them, to think that this is all the solution I can come up with. I should have just stabbed all of them and made a run for it. This would help, but with each second we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets. The voices have become louder and somehow sounding more vicious, and if things in this room start floating, mark my words, it will fucking flip out. And I may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually they'll turn on me, such is the nature of humans. But I find a way out of this place as soon as possible, if I want to stay alive. Fuck, I still have so much stuff to do. None of our choices seem sound, but who knows, we don't understand the shite about this place, might as well try everything, yeah? if by some chance we are wrong, we can still have preferences to say without being rude. We are not into lack of objectivity, can also be respectful. Albeit hard to do, maybe. Love Luke singing at least. Alright, yeah, fair enough. We can be subjective and say that we did not and do not enjoy the Luke delivery. Whatever works. If I also have to be the one making the bloody decision, so be it. Less room for errors, with only one sane one doing the thinking. On off chance I'm wrong, well, they suggested it. This is another bad ending I should probably see, but burn a mansion. I'm going to regret this, I will. With these cries growing louder, this has become the easiest decision I've ever made. I'm getting tired of hearing her sobbing, really. It's just irritating. Is she getting tired of it? Besides, someone has to act. Think fast, and what else is the root cause of our problems with this place where the letter was found? No need to make things more complicated. It started here, but won't end here. If what Olivia said is true, there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness where someone thinks of putting this passive place up on the market. When I get out of this place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people, running the state companies to the ground if need be. We spent millions, damn it. Millions. We decided perhaps I'll have a hard up on one of the drawers on my study table. Taking a bottle of liquor out for myself, then passing it on to every occupant in the room. Except with not without the look of I've already read all of this.
Luke, this isn't the
I'm sorry, I'm gonna start skipping because I've already read all of this, but it's not letting me skip. Does no room with alcohol. Oh, you have so much alcohol everywhere. Well, it's because I'm an alcoholic. It's a shocker. Light the kitchen on fire. Light this on fire. Light that on fire. Everywhere's freaking alcohol.
How many of these things do you keep in this?
I always have a few bottles and
you have
well, isn't this the time to
He sure does have problems. Yeah, flames engulfing the house. Forlorn is the only way I can think to describe it.
Please, help me, please.
How did that still feel? As she hears there's that merely another one of her tricks that happens in this nightmare. Like this of her, she seems almost like the woman she used to be. I don't waste any time pondering over it. I know the exit just a few steps away. The door's finally open, and through it I can glimpse the world outside. Safety. I've really do turn if only to see the last of her. A farewell more than anything. For her attempts to lure me in, draw me in, her wishes to be with me, she does not stop me when I finally run from this horrid place. Quietly she disappears. Watching a multi-million-pound mansion burn before me, for some reason nothing about this bothers me. Maybe it's the one less look on her face has changed it. Maybe it's what I've seen and heard inside. It's only a calm, a stillness. The same hush that comes from after a terrible storm has swept the countryside. And with it is the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Everything's giving way to the warm morning hues. Soft rays spinning over the vast expanse of Lockburn's countryside. I'm gonna skip again because nothing of this is different. Dawn at last, we are free. Okay, so that ending was like literally no different from the other one. That was so worth my time. That was so worth many hours of my time. Yeah, after this I'm literally just gonna view the deaths and then I'm gonna call it a day because that was so not worth it. We learned jack shit. Like the flames that go to mention at night, whispered correctly spread across the Lockburn after the incident. Officers who investigated have simply deemed it an unfortunate accident. Regardless of the truth, the rest files criminal charges against prior fealty. Soak the flames further. Source of old. Someone so claim no voices. Anyone who dares listen. Oh, okay, this is admittedly very cute though. Like, I actually no, I take it back. This is not cute. Why the fuck do they not have noses? Like, this one looks okay. This one looks like a stylistic choice. This one looks fucking horrifying. Why does it look like a fucking Roblox? Do you know the Roblox face that I'm talking about? The fucking... What is this? Skipping Rebecca lore because she is alive. I mean, I guess there's some extra Rebecca lines, but they do not make any difference at all. Like, they bring out, oh, it's because of someone, but they don't actually go anywhere with them. Like, they had the whole revelation of, oh, it's not just the mansion, it's also because of Luke, and then they go nowhere with it. I thought because they would have all the pieces that there's something would, you know, click in their brains, but it's literally just the same thing. It doesn't change anything. Mystic, baby, no nose. Boomer reference, I'm proud. I actually don't know that reference, I'm sorry. Pink hair racism. You have to wait for the different epilogues? I guess so. I mean, those are technically different endings, but like, it's not lore. I wanted lore. Despite their problems, Luke and Hannah Wright managed to salvage their 7-year marriage. Not without his fair share of challenges, of course, especially for Luke. But for the sake of their children, he tries. Although still fears fatherhood, afraid of becoming like his father was to him. After with a little help from Hannah, he eventually comes around, especially when his sons are born. He's so far from being a good father, he thinks he will never be. There are parts of him that will always remain unpleasant and will exasperate Hannah to no end. Even someone like him sees the joy in this, having a family. If this game was released if this game was not almost 10 years old at this point, I would have said like this reads like freaking family propaganda. Like you know how people, you know that game like that released recently called Brick Modder or something? It's like the game that everyone's like, oh, it's Father Simulator. I feel like if this game released recently, people would be saying the same thing because like this line reads so fun. So like, oh, anyone can find joy in having a family. There's no greater victory than family. Like, I don't know. I'm a little bit judgmental of that line just because I'm not sure if I agree with that sentiment. Maybe we should not be fixing everyone's problems with having children, especially not an alcoholic. I get that this game is trying to like redeem him, but I don't know. For the first time in a long while, he admits he's content. They're happy. I see what you mean, I think I agree. Yeah, it's just like, I don't agree with solving his problems just by the magic of having a family. Like, maybe in his specific case, but I don't like that. That's why I gave it a pass until now. I think in his specific case it's fair enough, but I don't like that they're generalizing it in this epilogue text. That's my real issue. John looks like Hurley from Dragon Ball. I see. Did chat eat one of my messages? It might have. I don't have the live chat, that might be the issue. It didn't show up, so I'm assuming it just ate it, yeah. Also for recovery, Makala heads back to her homeland. I'm pretty sure this, yeah, I can skip over this part. Oh. Despite making the Ireland branch of her interior design company her focus now, Maria continues to cater to her most avid patrons in Luxembourg were requested. After her work on Ermegon mentioned the right couple, particularly Hannah, have never trusted another to handle the design of any place they own. Upon moved to a new place after giving birth to her and Luke's children, Marianne's name is the first thing she calls, while the woman is quick to fly back to the city and socialite summons. Not only helping her with the decoration of their new place, but also assisting with the renovations. The two women have kept a close friendship. Yippee! In the city, often keeping an ear out for any gossip, one can deny that both women have found a confidant in among each other. No, Zachary opens his studio. In the months that follow, Rebecca Gilsis becomes a prominent researcher within Luxembourg's major academic circles, especially after writing what she has discovered about Anselm Village and the Ermengarde Mansion. With help from Professor Andrew Clark, she is soon able to secure funding to continue with her research, presenting her findings yearly at the local institutional symposiums. And at the tail end of her current study, she also published her first book, correcting all inaccuracies in the city's current history. A move supported by both colleagues, students, and friends alike, but she knows she still has a long way to go before she can even begin to share people's minds about it. Professor Clark has warned as much. She perseveres. Doing not for herself, but for the sake of history, for her future generation must never forget. No matter how disturbing her experience with the curse may have been, she remains worried she has always been. No matter what she has seen, she continues to fret over people she cares about, sometimes much to their frustration or embarrassment. But if there's one thing that has shifted, it's her relationship with the people in their little group, especially Zachary Steele. Effective on numerous occasions, she has been spotted dropping by his new studio, bringing the man food on days when he's swamped with work. They'll seem to have grown more comfortable around each other than before. Maybe it's part of their shared experience, or the way they see each other has simply naturally changed. Regardless of what it is, the man changes the welcome. It's a change the man welcomes and appreciates, and certainly strives to return their kindness gestures whenever he can. From the horrors they've seen, who would have thought something good would come of it? Please. Oh, never mind. This is. Please have her give up for real. Things have inevitably become strange between Ashley Frey and Rebecca Gales in the months following her confession. And with their lives getting busier, the two have eventually drifted apart. Although neither talks about it, and teacher still strives to forget an old love. It's clear to Rebecca that there's still feelings left that she could go of. All I wanted was for Rebecca to move on, but no, it was asking for too much, and I know that. If anything, however, this only made more obvious how much has changed between them, how much she has clung to the idea of Ashley from their younger days, the one that may not have been there in the first place, merely an idea for a starry-eyed young girl. And if there will be a time where she will come to accept this, to move on from the hurt and repair an old friendship that has fallen to ruin, only she knows. This is probably not the best ending, considering that whole thing, but I really do not care. I'm not going back for a better ending. I genuinely don't think this is the best ending, but I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered. I'm sorry. Amidst her struggles, Rebecca finds an unlikely companion in Luke Wright. While being a father has kept him busy nowadays, he still manages to make time for his goddaughter Kylie Suarez, though the man still won't admit it when asked. Rebecca still regards the man as insufferable, she doubts it'll ever change. But after all she has seen, which he denies it, she now considers his presence the closest thing she has to comfort. A similar sentiment to the businessman seems to hold, even confiding in a woman of his own problems and fears, things he couldn't voice out to his wife. The friendship may be awkward at best, but with the grim reality of death having one shot over the two of them, it's something they eventually grow fond of in time. Yeahhh, Isabella goes to painting school. Shortly after accepting the scholarship grant from Luxembourg University, Isabella moves out from St. Louis residences in favor of staying in the dorm close to her campus. Although Rebecca Hills is quick to offer assistance for the move, she does admit she won't be missing her neighbor for more than 5 years. When all is said and done, she's become fonder of the girl over the years, and with their shared experience over the years, they've only grown closer. Isabella alludes to the promise to visit every once in a while. Even though she still jokingly complains about Rebecca's bossy attitude, she confesses she also misses the woman's fussing. I know that I'm like freaking rapping my way through this thing, but it's very samey. After all, in a place miles away from her real family, Rebecca is still the closest thing she has to his sister. They open an exhibition together. What's this? While she is aware she still has plenty of ways to go, getting back to school has also opened a lot of opportunities for Isabella. At times, part-time work has started to come in droves, and she is able to support herself financially through her art alone, something she has only dreamed of as a child. And when her clients are generous enough, she is able to send money back home as well, despite her family's reassurances. Wash's client is Marianne McAuliffe. Oh, interesting! Despite having both of them alive in the first one, I made them kind of dislike each other, so I guess I never got their interactions before. But it's interesting, they actually get along with each other now. Wash's client is Marianne McAuliffe, interior design company, who frequently commissions her for murals after the woman has learned of her skill. Though at times she finds it difficult to keep up with the interior designer's standard for quality, it's a job and a challenge she's happy to accept if it means doing what she loves. Ashton does crime solving. Let's go! After a bit of fumbling and a few missteps here and there, and moments of bravery allowing their uncertainties to hang over them, Ashton Frey and Isabella Santos finally find a rhythm. Theirs isn't a soaring love story by any means, nor is the happily ever after often told in picture books the girls only ever dreamed of having a child. Far from it, in fact, despite what people glimpse their eyes or gleam in their gestures, they both know better than to cling to ideals. A stranger will say they're in love, hopelessly, genuinely, and there is certainly a truth in it, one only has to look. However, what they never see is this. Beyond the soft smiles, fleeting glances, and gentle touches only meant for each other is a grief, a terror that never seems to lift, constantly filling their nights with echoes of unforgiving wills and unwelcome dreams that stir each other awake in the darkest hours of dawn. Ashes truly never left them, and never will. In the same way that life's scar on Ashes' hand will never truly heal, or the horrid images in Isabella's mind will never fade. But they cope, in the hushed whispers and tender reassurances, when light kisses and long embraces. When it no longer suffices, when the horror becomes too much for them to bear, they have each other, a warmth to hold on to in the coldest of nights, and for them it is more than enough. It's not a perfect happy ending, but I will take it. I will take it. I will take it because it's the only ship in this game that's even remotely decent. The epilogue between Isabella and Rebecca feels so weird. It does, because their friendship, I was never sold on it. But no drama from that though. It should be the opposite. He gets better and then let him have a family, not the family that heals him. Yeah, like I said, like the way they just make it seem in the dialogue, like him having to worry about being a father magically cures his alcoholism. That is not how that works. Like literally on a physical level, that is not how that works. He would be going through crazy. I get it. I mean, actually no, I was gonna say the topic of withdrawal is too heavy for this game, but it's a game about the freaking grief of death. They can handle a little bit of withdrawal. If you're gonna introduce alcoholism, if you're gonna introduce racism, if you're gonna introduce character death, you can handle a little bit of withdrawal instead of just saying, oh yeah, his alcoholism is magically cured by having a family, which is not how that works. Streamers lying about finding the best ending. I don't even care. I don't even care. I would have to follow a fucking walkthrough, which I'm not doing. I wanted more of that epilogue with Ashton and Isabella. Yeah, it was a little bit unsatisfying, but at this point, I was not expecting any better. Alright, yay, yay. Actually, here we can see the freaking voice actors. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Luke's voice actor in another role, so that also doesn't help me compare stuff. I'm sorry, I'm skipping the credits. Alright, let's get these death endings and then I'm gonna call it a day. Let's see. Let's start from the beginning. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it as a playthrough. I think it should be fascinating. That definitely did not get me. That definitely did not get me to shit my pants and almost jump out of my chair. That definitely did not get me. That definitely did not get me. That definitely did not give me a heart attack that actually physically hurt. I definitely did not forget that that's the thing that happens when you press new game. That definitely did not get me really fucking bad. I've been so distracted with how bored I am with this game that I forgot it's a horror game, and that got me so bad. That got me unbelievably... Go scream, jump scare. I think you're hoping for a bit too much at that point, and you know what? I am hoping for a bit too much, but the point still stands that it's just... I like this game for all of its shittiness, but the one thing I need for a game to give you, even if it's not perfect, is a satisfying ending. And this game has just absolutely failed in that regard. Like, even ignoring the inconsistencies in the first ending, I can forgive that because... No, actually, I don't forgive it. It's just, you need to write consistently. Don't do that if you're gonna give multiple endings. It's just the lore is not satisfying. The wrap-up is not satisfying. They managed together. That's like freaking... Oh, it's magically solved by him having a family. He's a decent person now, not great, but a decent enough person. Like, that is not how you conclude a story. That is not how you, like, bring a character arc to its close. That is just, like, they started working on it. They had, like, a line going. They were doing his character arc, and then they just magically like snapped their fingers and suddenly it was solved. That is not how you do a character arc. It's just bad writing. I'm sorry, it is. Good thing I wasn't focused on the screen. That surprised me, but damn, I wasn't expecting it. I don't think I was ever here when you press new game. I should have known, but I completely forgot. Anyways, let's just get through all of this. I'm just gonna pick options I've already picked. I'm not gonna go for the bad options still. Actually, do I even wanna... I'll just... it will take so long though because I will have new dialogue because people will be dead. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna reload from the saves. I don't care about getting a full ending. I just want to see their deaths. I don't care enough. I'm sorry. I really don't. Let's see. Where did I start over again? Right here. Actually, we already saw Isabella's death, didn't we? But we didn't see the reactions to it. I want to see the reactions of other people as well. So that's why I'm gonna do this. Oh, stay at home. And then decline your offer. 86% positive reviews on Steam is still crazy. Yeah, that was the image of the servant. And now I'm gonna continue from here. Actually, I am gonna have to play through all of it because I want to see your reactions and that's gonna take time. It's fine. I'll just pick options I've already picked. Defend myself, I think. Read my schedule. Like, there's probably a whole different ending in making everyone hate each other, but I do not care enough. I do not care enough. Maybe if one day I'm like, okay, I need something to fill my schedule, I'll just say, okay, we'll get some extra endings in this game, but I do not care enough to do it right now. Maybe one day. It'll be a great father or something. Gonna go. Thanks for the stream, Bestie. Alright, bye bye, Ani. I don't know if I will stay to see the deaths. I'm not too keen on avoidable violence. I'll see that's so fair. Alright, bye bye, Ani. I just honestly, it's not even that I care about the deaths. I just want to see the lore because you only get the lore posters when you do the freaking deaths. So I want to see the lore. I will die if this game does not give me some decent lore before I end it. I will actually like wither it up. I will shrivel up into a freaking raisin because I am deprived of my juicy lore. Tending the gardens. Oh no, now I'm gonna have to face the jump scares alone. That's gonna be terrible. Oh well, it is what it is. I may not be going down, but there's no point in talking through closed doors. I'm gonna be closing my eyes because this is gonna be terrifying. Or hatches in this case. I'm thinking feels the budge at first until there's a soft click and it easily swings free. As I lift up the hatch and look down into the cellar, a sense of uneasiness washes over me. It isn't just a sudden onset of vertigo and nausea, but also the darkness. It's suffocating, and as I look down, it feels as if it's looking back at me. Worried that something will suddenly pull me into the deep. I can hear her whispering. Calling for me, she wants me, needs me. She wants to drown me, pull me down and suffocate me in her embrace until I sink to the bottom. I deep up his weights and finding it foreboding. She's calling to me from in there, isn't she? I do want to help, I do. The shadows start to creep out, and feeling of apprehension keeps me in place. Already, it paints the room with a darker light. Yeah, that's definitely the bad option. There's a lurching sensation, and the feeling that follows after is hard to explain. It feels like I'm watching myself from the sidelines, a spectator to my actions or lack thereof. I want myself to snap out of this detached feeling to move, to do anything except stare at myself. Also, this is where I saw a semi-spoiler of Hannah being possessed. I'm pretty sure this is what happens, like, if you, she doesn't die so much she gets possessed. And for a moment, I see the look of fear in my own face. I'm back in my body, but the hook in my stomach is no longer the only one. There are hooks everywhere, tearing and pulling at my skin, flesh and bones. They pull me in every direction and it hurts. It hurts so much, but I just can't bring myself to scream out.
Help me.
Oh wait, I forgot that this is a quick time. Yeah, no, I'm gonna fill it. Jump scare? Deeper and deeper I drown. Oh, I forgot that you have to pass them or else it just gives you a game over. I forgot about that. I forgot that it's based on choices and not. I wake from a deep slumber. It takes a while with the fog that has settled in my head and with my heavy limbs. But soon enough I manage to look around. I'm in her bedroom already, although I do not recall going here. Luke slumbers beside me, looking peaceful and angelic. It doesn't matter. I'm safe and I feel better than ever. Tomorrow, better days will come. Yeah, she doesn't die, she just gets freaking possessed.
What do I think of the matter, ma'am?
No, what do you think of my hair? It feels so lifeless and dull today, and that's no good for a party. And I think I'm breaking out into zits.
Oh yeah, something is definitely wrong with her.
Now that you mention it, there is something different.
There better not be something on my face.
I wouldn't worry about that. You do look a little paler than usual, ma'am.
Yeah, she's not doing so well.
I apologize if I'm crossing any lines here, but have you been resting properly?
Huh. You'd think I get a bit tanned with how sunny it's been lately. Don't you worry. I feel right as rain and never better. But back to the matter at hand.
You were asking for my personal opinion on...
Be honest with me. It's now that Johannes returns from security along with a concerned-looking Officer Lee. This runner moved to escort the hysterical woman. Judging by his pale face, he has heard the whole thing and I feel nothing but pity for the man. Not that I believe Rochelle. Luke will never... It would never go so far as to sleep with another woman, right?
I'm so sorry for her behaviour. She's been under a lot of stress. And the alcohol. Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
Is there bullying? Nothing here but the ramblings of a drunk. Of course there's nothing but the ramblings of a drunk. She's just jealous. Jealous of this wonderful marriage, this happily ever after that I'll have with my prince. Oh yeah, she's even starting to sound like the freaking ghost. Because Hannah does not think about this. These are the ghost's thoughts. Hannah's just becoming the freaking ghost now.
Take that troll up out of here immediately!
Cat fight? Oh, that's Nia.
And see to it that she isn't allowed here or anywhere we hold any authority in Luxborn.
To be banned from anything with the right name on it is basically social suicide. You're basically own half of Luxburn and there isn't a single establishment or repute that isn't going under your patronage, one way or another. This is mercy, I could do much worse to her. At least this way she can move out of the city and never return. I've stayed my hand in the face of her gravest fault, her bald-faced lies when she deserves so much more. I could take away her business and her factory shut down. It is so easy to ruin her life until she's just nothing. And it's all so tempting. I can only see red. Tension is taking the air and the silence that embraces the room is nearly deafening. They're worried, almost fearful glances from some of the guests, yet all at the same time I can still hear them whispering. As long as they hold their tongues, don't interfere, none of those matter to me. Especially when my darling looks at me with a different shine in his eyes. It almost seems as if he's proud of what I've done, and that spurs me on more than anything.
Everyone, please go back to enjoying the party. Don't let that mess of a woman ruin your night.
You heard her! Strike up the band, maestro, and let us dance like fireflies in the night!
It takes a bit for the crowd to stir again in the face of all that. Oh, they don't like leave the room after this one. That's interesting. Like most of the problems of the elite, it's brushed under the rug and forgotten in favor of merriment. He offers his hand to me with a small smirk and bow.
Well, that was a mess, wasn't it? And you handled it magnificently.
It happens. We are very important people, are we not?
Milady, would you like to dance?
With pleasure, my prince.
No one is going to get between me and my darling husband. Not Michelle or any other bitch snooty scrubber. Not some common whore or an ambitious maid. No one's going to get near him in that matter, not while I'm around. And if I have anything to say about it, no one is going to get near him at all. Oh, Yeahhh ain't much, jeez. Definitely way more Yeahhh. The day after proved to be a difficult task. My darling prince is a man of many connections, a man of the people. He is always talking to one person or another, and I am always left alone and with his stay by his side at all times. It's frustrating, but I have to be understanding. Besides, I don't see why he can't just stay at home. The least I can do is make sure I have his time while he's here, which in and of itself isn't as easy as it sounds. With that bloody valet of his tailing him around.
Johans! Where's my tie? I can't find it anywhere.
Have you looked around your neck? It should be there if it's not on your clothes horse, sir.
It isn't often that I'm awake this early, at least early enough to find my darling preparing for the day with his valet attending to him. It is an old-fashioned way to go about the morning. He's able to dress himself after all. What he says is really what makes the day easier for him to have someone else do this tedious task, albeit with a grimace. Though if that manservant of his decides to duty so much, I'll gladly do it instead.
I've got it, my prince. Come here.
Well, someone's up and at them especially early this morning, huh? Here I thought you'd be knackered by all the dancing we did last night at the party. And after that... well...
I did not need that information. 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 I don't want to read this line. A saucy little wink and a smile is what he offers me as I draw close to fix his tie. Johannes, you are the reasonable person here. Please gag in my place. Please gag for me. Now when the valet reaches out to his perfumes, I quickly take it and shoo him aside. This close, the scent fills me with the smell of white flowers, cocoa, cardamom, and almonds. It is intoxicating, and as of the two of us in the vanity mirror is picturesque and perfect. Can I help it if I feel a bit resentful that another person gets to do this for a look every morning when I could have done it myself? No, I can't.
You're dismissed, Shroken. I have this. Go on then. You'll be summoned if you're needed.
There's a curious look, furrowed brows, before any sign that he cares is mindful of his expression.
Very well. If you need me, I'll be somewhere that isn't here.
You could have let the man do his job.
And I say there's no need for him. I can take care of you just fine, my prince.
If Luke doesn't catch on to her suddenly calling him my prince, I'm going to crash out because it's so blatantly different.
Just where are you off to this morning anyway?
I hate the thought of him leaving me. It feels like an eternity without him here, and this only place that doesn't feel like a home quite yet. Although the mansion is really growing on me, slowly but surely. I want to be at his side, yet he feels to see such an obvious thing.
Business. Where else?
Why can't you just work from home? You can afford to, can't you?
Business needs a firm hand and a personal touch, Buttercup. Besides, I can't stay cooped up forever in here. I'll go mad.
Well, you'll come back home as soon as possible, won't you? It's so awfully lonely here without you, my prince.
I could. I don't see why I should, though. This hasn't been a problem before. You know I'll come home when I come home.
Just get home as soon as you can. For me, won't you?
No promises. It's business after all. I can't just stand up in the middle of the meeting and tell them the wife wants me home.
And forget those peasants.
He stops and stares, looking perturbed for a moment before shaking his head. Is he feeling ill? No, he's just realizing that his sentiments are now on Hannah. And he doesn't know about the whole possession thing, so he probably thinks he has somehow managed to break Hannah and make her act like him, and he's probably very disturbed by it. Which, as he should be. Is he feeling ill? That's more reason for him to stay here with me, doesn't it? I'm just being a good wife, worrying about my husband and all.
Be good, dear. And stay safe. There's been all sorts of dodgy characters seen about the property. I'll be leaving Johannes with you, just in case you need anything, and to be on the safe side, okay?
But I don't need a valet. I need you here with me.
I'll be closing a big deal with a pharmaceutical company soon, if things go according to plan. Maybe, after that, I can take a breather for a bit.
No maybes. You have to promise me.
I only need him.
I'm going to be late, Hannah. The longer this takes, the later I'll get home.
Fine. Shall I see you out?
If that's what you want.
At the front door, his valet waits, ready to accompany him for the rest of the day, when he's told to stay and attend to me. I still don't like it. It looks like he doesn't either. But I ignore him in favor of the one who really matters. I hold Luke's hand in mine and give him a deep kiss. It makes my heart flutter as the way I see his eyes close during a moment of passion. But for air I can only smell.
Have a good day, my prince.
Johannes, please start gagging already. Like they are being too much.
Right. Off I go.
I still don't want him to leave. He should just stay forever.
If you could let go of my hand, please, Hannah.
It's just so hard to let go when I finally have him in my grasp. To watch him enter his car and leave pains me so. It leaves my head aching, gaping a hole like a hunger and a need. I'm not content until he returns.
If it fits you, breakfast is ready in the parlor, madam.
If anything, I'll be in a foul mood until he returns.
Leave and go practice your bloody sodomy elsewhere.
Peculiar.
I love that Johannes, freaking butler, is catching on sooner than her husband. I mean, he kinda caught on, but I don't think he realizes just how wrong she is being. Whereas Johannes absolutely notices. We're not turning around to visit him to leave. Hello, good morning. Hello, Noan. Hello, good morning. You were just in time to see me get jump scares because I want to get the bad endings where everyone dies and gets possessed and stuff. When it turns out he hesitant him to leave, he's already gone. That suits me just fine. I want to be alone without anyone bothering me. I want to be alone with myself and my thoughts with only these halls' company. These damned halls which will hold our memories, just he and I. There's no one else I need but my prince. Not some cheeky servant who's just living it up because he's Luke's right-hand man. Rubbish like him deserves nothing. He deserves to be thrown and locked. Hey. The attic. Oh boy. Yeah, you're just in time for a jump scare, I think. Because this woman is very possessed and in the very possessed attic. Without realizing it, my feet have brought me in here. The empty, lifeless room disgusts me. The longer I stare at it, the harder it gets to breathe, as if the walls are moving in on me. Yet at the same time, it pulls me in. I hear a whispering, and curiosity gets the better of me as I look under the bed. There, in the far corner, a loose floorboard. The wood, despite having swallowed the warmth over the years, is strangely familiar, comforting in its feel. That's not merely what my hand searches for as I reach. It takes quite an effort, but soon I am able to lift it. And inside, underneath the dust and cobwebs, lies a pendant form of familiar. I don't know how to read kanji, so I don't know what this says. I'm assuming it's kanji since this is made to be a Japanese ghost. I could be wrong though. I don't know. And if I just close my eyes, I can feel it beating in my palm. I feel a thrill, though I also feel like a thief of taking this. But it's mine. So without delay, I hide in her room. For not to Fanny, I see the place with my eyes shone as I remove the clasp of my old necklace and put on this new one. It fits a lot better than the old one. I can feel it as it weighs on my chest.
Right where it belongs.
Oh, that is terrifying. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. I mean, if she wasn't already clearly possessed, I don't like it. 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 Why do I decide to play this horror game at 4 in the morning again? Why did I decide to do that? Shutting my eyes for a jump scare. Nope, that's apparently the end of her chapter. Very possessed and all. Alright, let's skip through this. Oh, I don't want to kill Zachary. I like Zachary. Zachary is so nice. First, your nose while muffled are enough to wake me. It takes 2 moments for everything to fall into place, for my eyes to adjust to the light streaming into the room. Despite the pleasant chill the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me and my blanket a tangled mess around my throat. Oh, and also we're gonna get Isabella's death too. Oh no. It's one of those nights again where sleep passes like a blink and is plagued with vague, fuzzy thoughts. I lift the hands to rub away the drowsiness from my eyes, but it's little to relieve the gritty burning sensation from my eyelids. Outside, the sun is yet to peek over the horizon, but the night has already given way to the cool morning light, washing everything in subtle grey hues. At this hour, the entire city remains unstirring. Ordinarily, waking up before my own alarm means abusing the snooze button twice or thrice just to catch those precious few minutes of extra sleep. But the persistent ringing makes it impossible now.
This better be good.
Luckily, I scrambled for a bag sitting at the foot of the bed. Oh no. Receiving alarming phone call from Ashton. The ringing still hasn't stopped, even as I fish the phone out, and Ash's name flashes brightly on the screen when I turn it on. Must be pretty urgent if he hasn't dropped the call yet.
Where are you? Ashton, it's 6 in the morning. Sun hasn't even risen. Hell, my brain ain't even awake yet.
Actually, the sun is shining right over here.
What do you need?
Get your ass here, pronto.
Here? Hold on. Can't this wait until I'm actually awake?
No, Rebecca's not in a good state, and...
His voice hitches, and I fail to catch the last of what he's saying over the sound of racket on the other side of the line. When the noise dies down, however, he does not continue. Europe changed in his voice. The unexpected hesitance to speak puts me on edge, and a different kind of anxiety clings to me. Something's wrong.
Here is where, Ash?
Apartment. Rebecca's, and Isabella's. Just get here, please.
Oh, this is that juicy angst. He drops the call before I can ask more. Maybe it's just me or my sleep-addled brain, but in a short moment he sounds almost as if he's bleeding. The thought alone does not ease the lump of dread dripping my insides already heavy with fear. Despite the questions currently swimming inside my head, I waste no time in getting dressed. The rest of the day's plans, scheduled meetings effectively forgotten. Whatever lies ahead, I sure hope this ain't one of the times when my intuition is right. The rumors of the small crowd milling on the streets are loud against my ears, contrast with the sleepy, laid-back reputation this neighborhood has built throughout the years. Despite sitting close to downtown Luxburn, Salamwell Quarter never did quite attract the loud crowd common to the city. Isabella mentioned once how quiet bothered her in the first few years here. She has grown so used to the routine clangor of the slums in her hometown, it's become the closest she has to a lullaby. She never did quite adjust to the kind of mom Salamwell had. Yet now, I highly doubt she'd like this kind of promotion either, in her own apartment complex no less. Moreover, where is Rebecca in all this? I was hoping either one of them will be able to give me an explanation, but... A number of police cars and ambulances are parked along the street close to the compound. Given Ashton's tone over the phone, I already half expect their presence here. What's a little surprising are the news vans lined up on the road opposite.
What in the blazes is the press doing here?
The cold stone at the pit of my stomach grows more unwelcoming with each step I take, bringing a sour taste in my mouth. Oh, I knew this scene was going to be brutal, but I did not expect it would be Zachary's perspective. This is going to shatter my heart into a million pieces. I don't want to see Zachary experience this. This is going to be terrible. A handful of the curious is walking near the building, probably waiting for something interesting to happen. Carefully, I weave my way through the thin crowd, only to be halted soon by a perimeter tape enclosing the three-story apartment. My eyes turned around the busy landing on the other side. It bustled with activity as several officers moved in and out of the building, most of them in white suits stained at the hems and gloves with a striking shade of red. Go to work, bye everyone, alright, bye-bye now. I tried not to think where those came from, but an idea has already planted itself firmly in my head before I could stop myself. Ash must be in there somewhere, if this is that kind of case. I wait. After a while, what seems like a lifetime, he emerged from the building, his own gloves smeared with the same red shade the others had on theirs, and exhaustion evident on his face. Briefly, he scans the area, but quickly averts his gaze when he catches my eye. Not so much as a wave of acknowledgement, he started to walk in the opposite direction while reading off the paper he has on hand with complete focus. I get that he's busy, but that's on a whole different level of weird. Not 3 steps later, though, he seems to think better of it. He pauses before flailing around and walking backward towards me. This kind of hesitance, one not unheard of from him, is only enough to feel the sick dread clawing at my insides. He doesn't meet my eyes when he speaks either.
Sorry you had to be greeted by this.
You say that like this is something new to me. Come on, dude, after all these years? Every time I see your name on the caller ID, I'm already half expecting something shitty went down again somewhere.
An expression, both pain and worry, crossed his face momentarily before hiding back under his usual mask of indifference. Burst of my laughter dies from my lips, replaced by a sound devoid of any mirth. Tries am I to keep the talk light, the thick atmosphere has become stifling at some point. I've always known how taxing his work in the police force has become since his promotion, seen with my own eyes as a matter of fact. But right now, have things really gotten this bad for him lately?
Can't say the side of forensics is a pleasant thing to see in the morning. Anyway, where's Rebecca? You mentioned she's not in a good state. And then... We have this. Please don't tell me she's somehow gotten herself in.
Nothing's happened to her. They're just getting her statement. They should let her go soon.
He gestures with his head towards an ambulance parked a short distance from us. Her strikingly familiar hair is visible between two of the officers standing nearby. Although I can't see her face, the tired droop on her shoulders is impossible to miss. Still, to see her unharmed is relief enough.
Glad to hear that. What's going on here anyway? Seems like you've got yourself another big case on your plate this time.
It's been classified as a homicide, but nothing conclusive yet.
A homicide? Another? Right here? Figures while the press is here. No, I don't think any of the two girls will appreciate you bringing the whole precinct here. Bella especially. Never did quite forgive Devlin, no matter how much she laughs about it now.
Isabella's not here, Zach.
A flicker of grave. Momentary in its passing, but I stare across his face at the mention of her. For not single lapse, the stone in my stomach has firmly lodged itself up my throat.
Ash, what's really going on here?
A hunch, that's all it is. But if there's anything I've learned from him all these years, it's that asking the hardest questions are unavoidable if you want to get answers. Not in a world as harsh as ours.
Ashton, I asked you a question. Where is Isabella?
When he looks at me, I already know the answer. God damn, I already know it, but I want to hear it straight from him.
She's dead.
2 words. None of it registers.
You know full well I find jokes like that in bad taste. If you need me curious about this, you got it done way before that came out of your mouth. Now answer the question properly.
I already did. What else do you want me to tell you?
The truth! Stop shitting with me and tell me what this is all about! God help me if no one tells me what's going on. I swear
I don't have time for this, Zach. I've got a lot of stuff waiting to be dealt with right now. I need you to make yourself useful and stay with Rebecca after they're done with her.
Let me through.
My hand's already on the tape, poised to raise it, but he's quick to move in front to bar me from crossing to the other side. As much as I understand Zachary's emotional outbursts do not disturb the scene, they need to investigate it. It only serves to raise the ire bubbling up in me. The tone he takes on doesn't help either.
I can't let you do that. This place is off limits until the investigation's over.
It wasn't a request. Let me through.
What could you possibly want to?
You said she's dead! I want to see it with my own eyes, Ash! I'm not buying any of your bullshit until I've seen it with my own eyes! Move aside!
Or what? You'll break the tape? March in there like some criminal above the law?
He will.
Because I'm telling you that's what you'll be once you do. And I won't be able to keep you out of trouble this time, no matter how innocent you are!
Screw the rules! That is my friend in there! Just the other day I was talking with her. How can she be dead right now? How sure are you that she is?
I have to say, like, for as much as I shield this game for having bad writing, the moment it's a character other than Luke that is pissed the fuck off, I suddenly realized that maybe it is kind of a Luke issue. Because, like, I just don't think this game has good writing, but this scene is handled well. This is a good freaking, traumatic scene. Like, maybe that's where the good writing in this game comes from. Like, it's not that suddenly it magically turns good in the good ending. It's that it turns good in the bad endings.
All I'm asking is proof, goddammit!
It's not that simple! We're following a protocol here. And friend or not, you have to stay in line while forensics finishes documenting the victim's body and every fucking thing in the goddamn scene. Now back off, sit down, and let us do our work. Don't make this harder for us, Zach.
What? You make it sound like you don't even know her. Ain't she your friend too?
It's not that. You don't understand. Right now, she's nothing but a dead body. We need to...
All I saw is red. This is so juicy. My anger subsided just as quickly as it erupted. The next thing I know, he's on the ground, nursing a bloody lip and a bruised cheek with an unreadable expression in his eyes. My fist falls to my side, limp and forgotten. The papers and photos he's been holding onto all this time, fluttering uselessly through the floor around as if to mock me. His rage would have been better, far easier to deal with than the wall he suddenly built up around himself. With it, there's only hurtful words, some ugly truths, and a puzzling guessing games that leaves you thinking for days on end. I shouldn't have let my temper get the better of me either. I want to apologize, say something to remedy the situation, but my mouth is gone thick with fear and remorse all at once. I can only look at my feet, no longer standing close to the boundary I tried to cross earlier, and that's when I see it. Another standing dolls on me, violent enough to shake me. With trembling hands, I reach for the scattered photographs of the basement. I suddenly understand why this game has good reviews. I suddenly understand why this game has good reviews. I suddenly understand why this game has good reviews. Huh, I wonder where the quality comes in, guys. I wonder where this game becomes absolutely fucking horrific. Spoiler alert, it's not in the good ending. You know what? You know what? You know what? I know I said I was done with this game, but I honest to God might do one more stream of this just so I can milk these bad endings because they are so juicy. They are so good. A sick, burning feeling immediately rises up from my throat. Pure instinct, my eyes move in every corner of their brain, searching for any sign of tampering, any discrepancy, any hope this might just be an awful prank. But try as I might, I can't find it. Ripped apart. There's no other word for it. She barely looks like herself. In fact, I wouldn't have known it's her if Ashton had mentioned something earlier. When I think of her, all I see is this person who has rarely ever lost a cheer in her voice. Often upbeat, rarely dispirited. No. She's nothing more than a mangled mess of blood and flesh, splintered bones, her head bent backwards, eyes and mouth open in a silent, empty scream. A hole in her torso, big enough to expose her insides, gapes open at me. It's as if the savage beast is torn and viciously open and feasted on it, every organ mutilated and butchered beyond all recognition. Blood pools from the open wound, drenching her on the floor in a deep shade of red. I can smell and taste it even without being there. When I finally look back at him, Ashton's shoulders have gone rigid, his eyebrows are drawn in a tight frown, his jaws are clenched tight. Oh hi, hello nubbly the nub. Hi. Sorry for. I hope you drop by just late enough to not have to see that awful picture. This game is a little bit gory, and that might have been the most gory picture yet. You chose a very unfortunate time to drop by, but yes, hello. I recognize the frustration, his frustration for what it is. It's not that Ash doesn't want me to see her, he simply doesn't want her to be seen in this state. This ain't how he wants her to be remembered. I struggle to find the words, anything to fix this god-awful misunderstanding. This ain't what we should be doing right now. But he only looks away as he pushes himself to the ground.
Ash, I don't know what came over me.
I won't be pressing assault charges considering the situation. I've got things to check with the other officers, but don't go thinking you can easily cross this line without me here. The other police types won't be as forgiving. Go check on Rebecca. She's probably the one who took it the hardest.
Without another word, Ash gathers the papers littering the ground, ducks under the perimeter tape, and walks away without so much as a backward glance. Doesn't even remember that the photos are still in my hand. In hindsight, I could follow him. I should follow him. Return these to him, apologize, and maybe attempt a decent conversation without butting our heads or getting into a trivial squabble over all this of all things. But he's right, damn it. He's right that we're not the only two people going through this, and right now Rebecca has to bear losing a friend all on her own. Who should I be with? It's so juicy. It's so juicy. It's so good. It's so good. I wanna see these different options so bad, but I don't have the time to do it. Fuck it. I said this would be my last. I said this would be my last y'all. I said this would be the last stream I would do with this game, but I have changed my mind. I have changed my mind, and I will be streaming this again. Which means that I'm going to stop here, and I will be continuing it next week because it's worth it. This is so good. Thank you people who watched this. I will be back to get all of these bad endings because they are juicy, and they are good, and they are horrific in all the ways that I like things to be horrific. Thank you, see you next week.